stream. Go ahead. Could you give us a quick recap?
Oh, hello. So, last week we were in the market and we met a half-elf named Elric. He was looking for his family's ring. So he decides to join us because we feel like we can work with him. We got 30 gold stolen from us at the market. And we sold a bunch of stuff for 30% of the price. It was pretty nice. We then went to Blackwater, where we talked to him, not very smoothly, but recovered and decided that we could work together to get the dagger from the Iron Tide and retrieve the second item from the Blood Hand, the amulet. So we know that Cithril has the amulet, and then Blackwater has the ring, and it might be the same as the ring Elric's looking for, but we're not sure on that. So we went to a tavern and spoke in our heads to figure out what to do. We were summoned to see Cithril, and we went and saw her, and we realized she knows everything, like our deal with the Iron Tide, and we got a feeling that she might have spies.
That was the thought, because the way she was acting made it seem like she knew more than she was letting on.
That is right. It was kind of sketchy, so we leave. Some crazy shadow person told us we had a tail, so we went to a different inn as to not, draw suspicion. Leaving our house, head back to the Blackwater mansion. So, yeah, we're in that the Maplewood Inn.
I believe you were about to kind of discuss a few things, which unfortunately one of you missing, but it is currently it's currently the 13th of autumn at 7:30 p.m. And didn't Elric? Didn't you figure out that the ring he had was in fact the one that was stolen from your family?
Yes.
So he's pretty sure of that at this point.
Yeah.
But other than that, the recap sounded good. Thank you for that. So yeah, it's the 13th of autumn, 7:30 p.m. What does the group want to do?
Well, it's 7:30. Like to turn in early. Get that beauty rest. I don't know about the rest of you.
That sounds good for y'all. Can I look for farms or something, gardens to cast a few of my magics on? Help this town out. Their fields were burned. I'd like to help them grow food.
So the farms outside of the gates were definitely affected. The ones inside are still okay. But are you going to talk to someone, or how are you going to find farms that you want to help out?
I was thinking about just walking around and then going into the fields and casting some magic.
Okay, so just on some of the farms inside of town?
Yeah, gardens, maybe not farms, because I don't think plant growth affects that much space.
You could link it, see what it says. Let's see. So I'm assuming you're going for the long-term benefits.
Correct, yeah. Oh, over 8 hours, that's going to take too long.
All plants in a half-mile radius, so pretty big area.
Oh, okay.
Centered on you becoming rich for 1 year. Yielding twice the normal food amount.
Yes.
So
I'd like to... maybe I will see if there's somebody in the town who could point me to a good place to do this.
Alright. So that would take quite a long time. If you're going to do it for 8 hours, you might have to do it
Yeah,
tomorrow.
skip a.
Unless you want to
Either
Yeah,
that,
stay
or
up.
you would probably get an exhaustion. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. At this
I
point in the
guess
evening.
I'll pass on that. Yeah,
Cool.
Okay.
never mind then.
All right. So, but Oscar makes plans to possibly do that in the future. What about Lokun and Barrett? Anything?
Are we staying at Blackwater or are we staying at the inn?
I
It's a good
believe
question.
I believe that Blackwater had mentioned you could come back later and get the key, right? To stay at his place.
Hmm.
But
I
I
missed
think the
last
idea
session.
was we are being followed, so we came in here. I think you sent
Yeah,
a
that's right.
message to Blackwater to
Yeah,
kind of let him know
because you
about
think the Blood Hand are tailing you, have people watching you.
Can I talk to Warbanner and kind of see if Warbanner sensed anything telling us?
Yeah, it sounds like Elric. I think I'm getting some feedback from you.
You are.
Yeah, I thought I
All right,
heard
here
something.
I can mute.
All right. So what were you telling Warbanner?
Warbanner, did you maybe get a sense of who might be tailing us?
So your your owl sort of looks at you and nods, and so are you just sending it outside to take a look at the outside of the tavern, or what exactly do you want it to do?
Yeah. Well, I also told Ayara before we split paths that I would keep the Owl Warbanner perched up on any building we might be in, so she would know.
Okay. So it's going to fly to the top of the inn and keep a lookout. Now, unfortunately, I don't think familiars are all that smart, but you could
Yeah.
always try looking through its eyes to see if you notice anything strange.
Mm-hmm. And
But otherwise, especially having it look out for like blood hand agents, it might not know exactly what those are.
okay. Well, I'll just use Warbanner as a lookout. I'll periodically go through its vision, and I think that's all I have.
All right. Give me a persuasion, or sorry, not persuasion. Give me a perception check, as you are kind of keeping an eye on what's going on outside.
Okay. Through Warbanner's perception, is that correct? Or mine?
That's a good question. You know, I think we've looked this up before a couple of
I keep
times.
I always mess this up. Yeah.
Let me here. Let me take a quick look.
I think we've done it both ways.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
at this point, the sun is set, right? It's
yes, it's
considered
nighttime.
nighttime. Okay.
Let me do a quick search. You know, I don't think the rule. There are specific rules for this. Uh, All right, so I'm seeing actually that. Well, okay, so and this kind of makes sense to me. So if you are looking, it would definitely be your role. But if your familiar is looking, your familiar would roll too. However, since your familiar doesn't necessarily know what it's looking for like you do, it would probably be much more your role than its role. But in situations where you were both looking for the same thing, you'd both get to roll because it could
Yeah,
look while you were looking.
I just read that on Stack Exchange too. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll roll both.
which makes sense to me actually.
Yeah. That's mine.
Okay.
That's Warbanner.
So yeah, you're keeping an eye out. You see people kind of coming and going, dressed in normal villager attire. Especially as it gets later, more people are coming into the Maplewood. Especially with your group being here as well, word's obviously spread, and a bunch more people are showing up to this tavern. But you don't see anyone, and your familiar doesn't notice anyone either that looks like a blood hand person.
Okay.
Anything else?
So this town was recently under siege, correct? So there's
Yes.
probably some people that are not doing too well. So is there reason to assume that there's possibly a clinic or a makeshift hospital or anything like that?
Actually, and I think did Melody approach the group about building her healing shop? Do you all remember that?
Doesn't sound familiar to me, but maybe them.
I do not recall.
All right, so if not, I will say that she had. We can retcon this a little if I forgot to mention it. She was looking to start a healing shop in the town, but she would need some funding. If you helped her with it, she'd be happy to help you all with healing, or even send some of the profits your way, or help you make healing potions for cheaper in the future. If you were willing to give her 100 gold pieces towards that. We'll say maybe tonight she comes and approaches you all at the bar
Okay.
about this. Because she, if I hadn't done that already, I had been meaning for her to come talk to you all. So, is there anyone in the group interested in helping her fund this healing shop / alchemist lab?
It sounds great.
She'd need 100 gold pieces buy-in from the group to
Yeah.
really get started.
I don't have any gold.
I don't think we got that much.
I was about to say that's expensive a little bit to. You know what? I'm feeling generous. I want to help these people. I'll do it.
You're gonna
You
give
have
her
100 gold?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right.
Where the hell did you come by that?
My family has quite a lot of wealth, as I've mentioned before.
Oh well, thank you so much. This will really help the people here. Help with the recovery efforts.
Make sure I do see my return on investment.
Of course, you're welcome to use the my labs for help with your potions, and of course, if you need healing, I can help you as well. And I'll try to bring some gold your way over time. I imagine
Excellent.
I imagine it'll take some time as the town's
Of course. Right. Understandable.
yeah. So she nods and would smile and thank you.
By the way, before you do head out, is there any critically injured people perhaps I could talk to and possibly help around town?
Well, there are a lot of sick people, some injured, but it's more sickness and impoverishment. There's a bit of a food supply shortage from the caravans being kept away from town for so long, and the farms all being destroyed on the outskirts. So I've been helping out as best I could. If you'd like to join me tonight while I get things set up, I could always use the help. Do you have training in medicine?
Actually, that's a good question. I think I do.
Alright,
least
if
pull
you
that
have training in medicine, she could definitely use your help. If you don't, maybe you could still help her, just not as much.
I do have training in medicine. If
Medicine, I do not. I do not, sadly.
I can help,
Oh,
I would gladly help.
Excellent, Oscar. Then, yeah, if you could help me, I would certainly appreciate the help. She says, I've been kept really busy these last few days. It's been getting better with the siege broken, but it's still quite a lot of work.
I understand. I imagine it is.
Alright, so you're going to go help her with that?
Yes.
Yeah, so about this point, it's probably 9 or so in the evening. What does everyone else want to do? What's Barrett doing in all this?
Barrett would, I don't know. Probably try to convince someone to bring a message to Blackwater.
Um, mm. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, just because he might wonder why we didn't show up. Maybe let him know that Citadel is onto us, and we probably shouldn't just walk there. I mean, we probably could.
Well, actually, I was about to mention, you know that girl from before, the one who gave us the message, that we were being followed.
Yes.
He says, well, she's over there, and he points to the woman who is sitting in the corner, sort of talking to some people. Noticing him point at her, she would nod at him.
Is this the one we paid the party funds to?
Yes.
Okay.
The mysterious young girl with the white hair.
Ask her. I'd approach her and ask her if she could send a message for us.
Alright, so you walk over. She says, oh, hello, fine people who I've never met before. It's good to see you. And a couple of the patrons are smiling and talking. She says, do you speak Thieves' Cant, Barrett?
Yes, I do.
So she says there are agents of the Blood Hand in the tavern, so be careful what you say. They've been watching you all. And she
Oh, my
smiles and
goodness.
kind of laughs as someone says something, and she's kind of talking back and forth. And she says, "Don't let them know that I know you."
So Barrett would go, "Oh, I am sorry, young lady. I must have mistaken you for someone else," and he would walk away.
Very smooth.
Give me a deception check.
Deception.
Uh-oh.
Am I deceptive? Oh yeah, I am.
Ooh.
So she laughs and says back she says, "Oh yes, of course. Good day or good eve to you, Siegebreakers." And she says in Thieves' Cant, "Let's talk later up in your room." And then she would just kind of laugh and go back to talking with the other people there. So what do you want to do?
You're asking Barrett or all of us in general?
Well, Barrett's the only one that heard that.
Oh, yes.
So I think, did anyone else walk over, or was it just Barrett?
Just Barrett.
All right, so yeah, Barrett walks over to speak with her for a moment, quickly comes back. And yeah, I guess, Barrett, what are you going to do?
Barrett is gonna just get a drink and then finish it and then go up to bed and tell everyone that he is retiring.
Okay.
But he says it in a way that, I don't know.
All right, so Elric and Oscar are going to help Melody, help the people out, right? And
yeah, even though I don't have medicine, I'd like to go help the people, yes.
Yeah, so you can help her in other ways. It's maybe like help her carry supplies around and such. And what about Lo Kun? What's he doing? I assume he was just sitting at the table, maybe having a smoke and talking to some people.
Oh yeah, having a smoke sounds great. That's what he's doing. Periodically checking out through Warbanner's eyes, but he's keeping to himself though. He doesn't know any better.
Alright, so you guys, or the two of you, go out to help Melody. Lo Kun is hanging out here. Barrett, you retire. As you kind of head upstairs to your room, I don't think you actually got a room, so you speak to the innkeeper, the halfling who gives you a key. You head upstairs, and about 10 minutes later, you would hear a knock at your door.
get up and answer the door.
Once again, the young woman is there. She says, "Well, hello, good sir." And she kind of looks around and quickly comes inside.
Why, hello.
She says, yes, the Blood Hand are definitely onto you all for some reason. I would be cautious around the taverns as they seem to have people following you.
Thank you very much for this information.
Well, I'm
I
no
could use
fan
some-
of them. And you paid me, so.
True. Baird would ask her if she's willing to do another job for us if she can remain very discreet.
Most likely, what is it that you need?
I just need a message to Mr. Blackwater up at his estate. And just kind of tell him about the Blood Hand. Yeah.
Well, I probably won't be going inside Blackwater's estate, but if you have something written down, I can deliver it.
Okay. Garrick would
Because
write it out. And by Garrick, I meant Baird.
well, let's just say that Blackwater is not a friend of mine at this point. I may have tried to break into his house, and may have almost gotten caught doing so. I mean, he's the only one worth stealing from around here. Alright, so you have a piece of paper? Barrett?
I mean, I don't know if I have a specific piece of paper. Could I borrow one?
You ask her. She says, let me see if I can procure one. How much are you paying me to do this again?
Oh, I don't know. I have 19 gold.
Sure, I'll do it for 19 gold.
Oh, okay. Dang.
You didn't even haggle.
It's alright.
So she goes
Baird
and
doesn't care about money.
Bird's like, there's always more money. Haha.
A rogue who doesn't care about money.
I know.
He's definitely nobility. So she goes and retrieves a piece of paper and some ink. Will quickly pen your message, and then she will take it to him. Is there anything else you wanted to do, Lokun or Barad, this evening?
Not really. I do want to, because I didn't see it in the notes, just for a recap, we did send Braca back to...
Yes,
So
Braca
everyone knows.
Braca went back.
With a message, so that's all.
So, about an hour later, Barad, you would hear another knock at your door.
Can anyone get some rest around here? Now to answer the door.
Okay, so... Wait, where is it? Sorry, give me a sec. My notes are being weird.
You're good.
Just looking for... Well, alright, so when you answer the door, you would see Iara standing there. She gives you a quick smile and says, I've found you all. But I can't find her picture for some reason. This is weird.
Is Loken like we're all separated, aren't we?
Yeah, Lokun's, I would assume, still downstairs smoking.
Okay. I guess he didn't see her, huh? She's sneaky.
She is very sneaky. Actually, no one saw her come up here from when I
Yep, I
got
remember
here.
that from last time.
Brief depiction. What does she look like again?
She is a dark elf.
Okay, dark elf.
Man, why don't I have her picture? This is going to annoy me now. Am I spelling her name wrong? What's going on here? Do you all see her picture in the journal? Because
Yeah.
I've showed it to you before, haven't I? Oh, it's because I moved
Yep.
her.
Yeah.
I found her. She looks like this.
Alright.
So, yeah, she comes in. She asks, "Where are the others?"
Oh, they're just out and about. Not sure Lokun's in the tavern.
I see.
Foster and Elric went somewhere. Where
Well-
would Gnarl be?
I'll say he's maybe down the tavern smoking and speaking with Lokun. They're hanging out down there. She says, "What's the situation?"
Oh, it's real great. So we made a deal with Blackwater to stomp the Blood Hand out. I've already sent message to Oakart about
Well, does he know about? Does he know about you, your alliance with the Iron Tide by chance?
to my knowledge, but Cithril might.
Well, that does complicate things a little.
The goal is to take out the Blood Hand with Blackwater, and then we can ambush him as we go north to the mines or the ruins of Issac. That
Well,
was my thought.
possibly, though. I'm assuming he's going to bring all his mercenaries with him. But taking out the Blood Hand will be a good first step. So, what's your plan to do this?
Zero plan at this moment.
All right. Well,
Blackwater is coming up with some things, and also the mayor may think that the Blood Hand brought in.
Blackwater is already conspiring against her. That could be useful. Does she know of this?
Not sure.
Alright. Well, I think it's a good idea to keep... So what does Blackwater know about the Iron Tide at this moment?
That you got that the Iron Tide retreated back to the deserts of which they came.
Ah, so he believes that we fled...
Yeah.
He believes that we have fled back to the Nazic Empire. That could be useful if he thinks we're out of the picture. Though, the only issue with that is he might send spies to confirm your story, at which point he would see the Iron Tide still within the ruins.
Sent message to Oakart about Blackwater and the scouts he's sending up there to try to retrieve the dagger.
Oh, alright, well. I don't trust those idiots with subtlety for one moment. I might have to try to take care of the scouts myself. In fact, now that I know that, I might go and watch the roads, just in case. I'm guessing he may have sent them already. Alright, I'll have to do some information gathering. I might be gone for another few days, because we have to make sure that Blackwater doesn't find out about your lie.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Alright,
Great.
I'll go work on that. Hopefully it's not too late. Tell everyone I said hello, and you'll probably see me again soon. In the meantime, just set your plans in motion, and try not to give out any information or lies that are disprovable. At least not until I come back to make sure the information doesn't get leaked.
Sounds good.
Alright, so she's going to take off. Other than that, the evening would probably pass quietly. So... do a D20 roll. Give me a D20 roll for events, which is very unlikely any events are going to happen because you're in the safety of town.
All of us?
Just one person.
Okay.
18. All right, so yeah, the evening passes quietly. You all do your separate things and probably get in late, having helped the group or helped the town. I'll say, Oscar, give me a medicine check. And Elric, if you want, you can give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Let's see. Persuasion. Yeah, there it is.
All right, so 19.
It's still rolling with guidance, but I don't have it ticked on.
So it might, if you create a guidance thing and then just tick it off, that might fix it. Because it might, I've noticed it doing that with some sheets as well. Here, let me see if I can do that really quick. Fix your thing.
Yeah, I ticked it on and then off to see if it would do anything.
Alright, try rolling again.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks
There
like
it goes.
that fixed it in the other one too. Alright. So the two of you do well throughout the evening, and you manage to make some friends. So you can add yourself in your resources a contact within Chaur that can help you gain advantage on a social check because of your good work helping and healing the people of Chaur.
I think Gnarl was the quartermaster.
Well, no, that would be specific to you two.
Oh,
So you said
very good. Thank
could
you.
do what now? Put a contact?
Yeah, it's basically like a one-time inspiration to.
Okay, I'll just write it. I'll write it down in my.
To a social
note.
check within Chaur. Yeah, best is just write it in your notes. Just a resource. So, yeah, night would pass. It is now the 14th of autumn.
Oh,
wait. Yeah.
Do we do something in the middle of the night during the long rest? Like, are we in our separate rooms or anything like that, or are we sharing rooms,
so you would probably have separate rooms. You're living moderately, I think, right? No one's living wealthy. So it'd be one gold piece upkeep from each of you, which you can pay now. And you would have separate rooms unless you really wanted to stay in the same rooms. But yeah, do you want to do anything during the evening?
I'll split a room with Gnarl, because Loken doesn't feel entirely safe and thinks it's better if we pair up at least.
Okay.
And if he had enough room inside the room, he would create a tiny hut within the actual tavern room. If that's possible.
So these rooms are pretty small. It's a 10-foot radius, right?
Yep.
So that's probably not enough room for that. There's basically enough room for the bed and like a little bit more room, so you could probably sleep on the floor, but probably not enough for a 10-foot radius.
Okay. Well, the only thing Loken wanted to do when he had the privacy of a room was take a look at those magical things. The thing that we put into the padded chest, those were they crystals or something? Let me see. Check my notes here. I don't think I got to actually. If I identified it, I didn't really learn that much. But he would like to figure out what the hell those things are.
Crystals.
The crystals that we put in that padded box that repelled each other, kind of.
Oh, yeah. So you didn't identify those?
I identified them, but I didn't. I don't think I got exactly.
So.
Or I'm not sure if I identified them. I don't think we learned what they really were, though.
All right. Well, the one you may not have used identify on them then. The one of them seems to when you touch it. I'm getting some feedback from Elric, I think.
Here, I get it.
Okay, so the one if you use Identify, is an ancient lore crystal, which was an artifact used by the elves. I believe it was during the ninth cycle. Instead of using books, they would store vast amounts of knowledge on crystals like this that could then be accessed. This particular one has information on it that you figure out when you use Identify how to access it. That is for creating magical weapons. So it has steps that can be used to craft magic weapons. The other one, which I don't think I don't think we rolled a history check on it, because history might tell you something. I'm not sure if anyone had history and Arcana.
Okun does not have that. He does not have that proficiency.
Okay, so that might be why you didn't recognize it.
There it has.
I have history.
We're all
I
set
don't-
for you, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I don't think you were with them when they found this.
Yeah.
But so with an Arcana check, you would figure out that this crystal is actually like a magical battery that stores arcane energy. You believe that it can be used to power certain special artifacts that it can connect to, giving them magic energy. You find it has an intense amount of magic energy. It's actually quite remarkable. Definitely some kind of old magic technology of the past.
Okay. Thank you. That's really all I wanted to do.
Okay. So, other than that, the evening would pass without issue. As I said, spend your 1 gold piece for your upkeep in town, and you can all take a long rest.
I don't have any money. I'll take it out of the treasury, I guess.
Sure, if you have 0 money, Gnarl might suggest maybe we should split some of the gold if people aren't able to pay for their things. I mean,
I can't
That sounds
edit
like
the
a great
treasury.
idea, Gnarl.
Yeah, I can't edit the treasury though. Should I be able to edit it?
I think only the quartermaster can edit it.
Okay.
But if I could take 5 out, that would be great.
I just realized I was muted. Does someone want to be stand-in quartermaster for this game?
I could volunteer for that,
Okay.
Oscar.
And also, just a question: did we lose the Ring of Storing with Morgren? Unfortunately.
I thought he passed that along. Let me check my notes.
Oh,
Still
did
has
you
it,
not
then.
get it back from him before he left?
I thought he passed it along to Barrett.
Jared, you have it?
I was given no
Because-
ring.
Yeah. I would store stuff in there if we have it. But if we don't have it,
This-
then we don't have it.
He
feel like
loaded
we,
it up right before he left, and then he handed it off.
Well, if
But-
Barrett
but-
says he doesn't have it, do you know?
Have it.
Did he pass it to someone else?
Let me. I don't think I
Who
see
else
it in the
did we
group
lose?
treasury. Let me see.
All right.
We
Well,
lost Brocco
Yeah.
too, but yeah, we just keep losing stuff. That's all right.
so odd or even, Oscar.
Go with even.
12. Sure. We'll say that you think back. Oh wait, yeah, he did hand it off, and you remember speaking to him before he left, and he passed it
We're
on
getting-
to Barrett.
Okay.
So Barrett, you could say you have
Barrett.
the Ring of Spell Storing.
Oh, I
You
have
have it.
that.
Oh, hello.
Got too many pockets.
Hello.
Too many pockets buried.
Yeah,
It's this
you
big
find
club.
it, and then you remember. Ah, yes, he did. So yeah, I mean, it would make sense. He probably wouldn't want to hang on to it if he was going to be doing other things. So that's fine. Yeah. So let's see. Gnarl would probably later on at night say, yeah, maybe we should split up some of our findings just to make sure everyone has money. We have 115 gold pieces. Who here was in the group that we would need to split this with?
I would like five gold pieces would cover me for a long while. I don't need to buy much.
Well, if we're gonna split it up, we might as well split it with.
Split it all up.
Yeah. Then we can start fresh. It would make sense too, since we have a new person with us, and he kind of
Yes.
motions to Elric. So who here? Let's see. Who is it? Barrett, Lokun, Oscar, Gnarl. Unfortunately, the goblin left, so he wouldn't be getting any. Who am I missing? I guess that's it, right?
Yeah. Elric. Yeah.
Because the other
So everybody gets
person left early. He had to go a
23.
separate way. So there's
115 by 4.
By 5. Gnarl.
wouldn't that be by
Right.
4? Barrett,
By
Lokun,
4?
Oscar, and Gnarl.
Yep.
What about Elric?
Elric was
he
not
just
with
joined-
the group.
Okay, cool.
So, I mean,
Sounds
you
good.
can offer him some, but that would be kind of weird since he wasn't a part of it.
Lokun
Plus,
does not
he's already-
offer him.
Plus, he's already throwing around money like nothing.
Yeah, he's richer than all of
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
put together.
So,
28 gold piece a person.
well, so 28 and, here, how much would be left over? 28.
There you
I
go.
just chat.
Thank you,
I
Loku.
just chat. Added it.
28 times 4, so that would be 112. So there's 3 gold pieces left in the treasury, and you each get 28. And I guess I can add it to.
And then the 20 silver pieces, are we splitting that up 4 ways as well? Each of us get 5?
Sure, we can do that. So each you get 5 more silver. I'll give Gnarl his 28 gold.
Okay.
So make a note that I gave it to him already, and he doesn't have to take it again.
Okay.
And 5 silver. All right. So go ahead and take that out of the treasury.
Real quick, so I can put it in my notes before I forget. Who was the person's name again that I gave the 100 gold to?
Melody.
Melody, and she's starting a potion shop.
Yeah, sort of a healing shop, and she, for helping people and for, just basically helping people of the town. And she has the ability to help you all with her alchemy now that she will have a lab. So if you need potions or something, she can help. Not
Who? Go ahead.
she would have to have the ingredients probably to make the potion, but if you got those, she could probably do it free of charge.
Okay. And who has the remaining 3 gold pieces?
I assume it's still in the party treasury.
It is. I left it in the party treasury. Unless you want to
Perfect.
split that up into silver pieces and copper pieces.
I guess we're not at a bank.
No, it's fine. Gnarl says we can always split that later. It might be good to have it in case someone needs pocket change for something.
Okay.
All right, so we'll say that was kind of like an emergency meeting in the night, as as Lokun said, he didn't really have any gold, so I'll say that the night would continue, and now the evening would pass. So it is the 14th of autumn at 8 a.m. Yeah, spend your upkeeps and go ahead and long rest. And what does the group want to do in the morning? You'd come downstairs to a pretty quiet tavern. It looked like it got pretty rowdy last night. Once again, the heroes were here, so there was a bit of a party at the Maplewood. The bartender's kind of cleaning some stuff and getting ready for the day, while some people are here having breakfast and drinking.
It's still early morning.
Yeah.
Is the marketplace open?
It's opening, so there are a bunch of stalls open, but there are some that
Okay.
are still in the process. Why would you want to do?
I'd like to go buy some vials, some glass vials for later use.
Yeah, you can take a walk over there and buy them for book price. That's fine.
All right.
So go just minus the gold and give yourself, however many vials. They're not too hard to get a hold of.
It says they cost 1 GP.
Yes, so there's
All right.
I think there's different kinds of bottles, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think the more expensive ones are a gold piece and they hold a little bit more. So you can buy as many as you want.
All right.
What about so? What else is the group doing? Because you could do that in like maybe like half an hour while everyone's getting up. Is anyone else doing anything? Or if not, what is the plan for today?
Well, nobody else is doing anything. I like to gather the party together and talk about we what are we gonna do about the
Where
kind
are
of
you having the conversation?
I guess right now maybe in the rooms that we were in.
Okay, so
I
maybe
guess
after
I'll knock on
breakfast.
Barrett.
Yeah, maybe after breakfast you all retire upstairs to a private room.
Fellows, what's the plan? Gotta, whittle down their numbers, so to speak.
Also see what the mayor and Blackwater have planned.
Indeed.
Maybe on our way to one of those places, we can look, pay attention, see if anyone's following us.
Somebody's following us.
Well,
What are we trying to get out of all this?
I think Gnarl says I think the mayor mentioned she'd get in touch with us later about the blood hand, but we're trying to get those pieces right, so we can have the 3 needed for the next part of the plan.
Indeed.
Yes.
Now we know Orcard has the dagger. We know that Blackwater has Elric's ring, and do we know about Cithril? Does she have the 3rd piece? I think we suspect it, right? But we don't know for sure.
She has the. She has the amulet, right?
So I guess at this point we know the Blood Hand are onto us. What are we going to do about them and Blackwater? Are we planning on betraying both of them?
Well, in a certain order, right?
Yeah. The order the order is critical. We don't want to have both Blackwater and Cithril against us at the same time. That seems like it would be. I mean, it's already annoying enough being crushed in this room having this meeting because they have ears everywhere. Can't imagine.
Have ears everywhere.
Well, according to that girl, who could be lying, I guess.
I don't know too much about Blackwater, but he has an item I'm looking for, so I have no problem betraying him.
Yeah, he's got the ring, and we, I guess, did we tell Elric about what we're doing?
I think we did.
Yeah, so I mean, we definitely want you to get your family ring back, Elric, but we also kind of need it for getting into that vault in the abandoned city. Is that okay with you?
Oh yes, of course. The vault actually intrigued me.
Yeah, so I mean, of course, I think I speak for all of us when I say we'd be willing to split the money with you if you're working with us and whatever we find.
Yeah.
So,
Even though you have plenty of it already, but sure.
I could always use some more.
yeah, well, I think I guess you're more interested in the magic stuff that could be in there, being a magic user yourself, right?
Have we off screen? We've not made that public.
Well, it's not in the public place right now, but they've suspected it.
They suspect. Okay.
Or at least I think Gnarl suspected it. I don't know about
Gnarl
the rest
suspected
of you.
it.
You
Okay.
clumsily held your sword.
Yeah, he
and
wasn't.
stuff,
He wasn't buying the whole like. I'm
Yeah,
great with
he
the sword
he
thing.
definitely wasn't.
You, I guess he would realize his what he says, and yeah, he says, "I just assumed you were some kind of magic users." Sorry, buddy, but you're not very good with that sword. You weren't fooling anyone.
Well, you found me out. What can I say?
So the big question here is: are we doing this brute force. We're trying to do it stealthily. Seems like Barrett, with your great skills, have kind of turned the city against them. Wonder if we can leverage that.
Hoping.
Everyone kind of looks to Barrett.
A raid. You know.
Yes, and perhaps
Yes,
in
a
this.
raid.
Well, you mean like attack her house?
with with help.
Yeah,
With the city guard.
definitely with help. I don't know if just running over there and starting shooting people with crossbows is a good idea. That'll probably get us arrested.
Perhaps the amulet goes missing amidst the chaos.
Yeah, that could be an idea.
Well, there is an option I will bring forward to you. If we can somehow get a hold of a bit of blood from someone who is dying within 24 hours, I could cause a distraction that would, well, not go well for them.
What
Have you
were you?
checked the market for that?
I doubt you'd be able to
Kidding.
find an item such as this, and the particular means, at a normal marketplace.
Yeah, that was a joke.
Yeah, it's more of a black market purchase, and I don't think there's any. I guess we could ask the Blood Hand if they have anything illicit like that, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
Um,
I think we need to find out who's following us, take care of them, and then go and figure out what other people's plans for the Blood Hand are and how we can use our resources.
So, is the plan to betray, or not betray, but to take down the Blood Hand, then betray Blackwater? Is that what we're going for?
Kind of.
I mean, that sounds like a decent plan,
I
actually.
mean, when you
yes.
say it like that, but that is exactly our plan.
Yep.
Now,
And who
I
knows? We might betray Heart at some point. Just kidding.
We
I mean, yeah, that. I guess we could try to take the vault all for ourselves. Although I imagine the next step in this plan that Blackwater had did involve going into that city with an army, so I'm not sure if we could do that by ourselves.
and that'll be it's gonna be a tough nut to crack. But it's one step at a time.
Yes. Once we're in, that might be a possibility, but before then, be very difficult.
But if we do get into Cithral's house, I can detect some magic, and perhaps that will the amulet's presence will be. I can find it.
Now, I'm not sure if this is a popular idea, but I thought I would mention it. Do you think maybe we want to team up with both Blackwater and the Iron Tide? I mean, Blackwater probably has resources we could use for both this and the next part of the plan. It would mean a lower split of the treasure, but it might make things easier. He is
I don't like that.
he is a noble with a lot of resources.
I don't think Garcard would take kindly to that, and thought we talked to Iera and that she might be able to slip in there and steal that ring.
Well, Elric also seems like he's a bit of a talker. Him and Barrett both have been fairly adept at persuasion, right? Anyway, it was just a thought.
It's not a bad idea, but I think they already have bad blood between each other already.
It would be challenging, but I think greed is often a motivator for good, and they both stand to benefit quite a bit over, us failing in Issac because we don't have enough resources and getting nothing. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what's there. But in the beginning, Blackwater seems like he thought he'd need a lot of people because he got the mercenaries and the Iron Tide and the Blood Hand. So I'm guessing it's something. I'm guessing there's some work to be done.
No doubt. All right, but what about this first step, the blood hands? How are we gonna do this? Any ideas there? Maybe talk to the mayor later and see what they're planning first.
I think Blackwater is also scheming against them as well.
That's a good point, Barrett. I wonder if Blackwater has a plan to take on the Blood Hand. You know, maybe with his resources, even if we do end up betraying him later, we could more easily get the amulet.
Perhaps.
Let's do it.
Do what?
The plan.
Let's
Talk.
yeah.
What's the plan?
That's kind of.
let's just do the thing. The
Let's
thing
do-
that does the stuff.
Well, yeah,
Get,
we still need to figure out the plan, Barrett. That's why we're talking. But
Oh,
I guess, I guess right now the only thing we have is either attacking Cithril directly, which seems like a mistake, or waiting to hear
Yeah.
from the mayor and working together with her. And of course, there's the third option. Like I said, see what Blackwater has in store if he has a plan, and work with him to attack the Blood Hand.
okay.
So I guess
You know,
Well,
the option of using Blackhand might come in more handy depending on the amount of resources he has at his disposal.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. We just have to decide which plan we're going to implement, if we want to work with him or do one of the other two things, or of course, if you all have a better plan. This is just
Well,
what I'm seeing.
Why don't we
right
take
now.
a vote on it?
I rather find out, talk to the mayor first before voting on anything right now, and then perhaps talk to Blackwater, get us a better sense of things before we vote to make any moves here. That's what I would vote for.
As well as Barrett.
Very reasonable.
Sounds like we're talking to the mayor. As long as I'm not the one doing the talking. Barrett, you seem pretty good at talking here.
We'll let Barrett take care of it.
Yeah, and I guess we're also not on the best terms with Blackwater. He might still be a little angry about us not getting the dagger.
Or me making vague threats,
Vague
possibly.
threats against him. Yeah, may have burned some bridges there. All right, so I guess is the plan to wait and see what the mayor is gonna talk to you about?
Yeah.
She didn't give you a specific time as to when she was going to contact you. That's the only thing. She just said she would get back to you about it.
And we just make our way over there.
Just go talk to her now.
Yeah, go over there to that area. Okay, maybe is the mayor? Where is the mayor actually?
The Barrett.
In the
This is the
barracks.
barracks?
Yeah. That's where
Okay.
basically City Hall is in this place. It's the most defensible building.
Maybe also talk to Shock. I don't know. With some ideas.
Shock does seem like a reliable character.
Yeah, and if I guess you didn't grab him, but he would be downstairs, kind of drinking, talking to
Oh.
Melody.
Did anybody catch a glimpse of Shaith though? Where the hell did she go? I thought we would have bumped into her by now.
That's a good question. I'm guessing she's around town somewhere. Maybe she's working for Blackwater again. Hell, maybe she left. I don't know.
Okay. Well, if we do go back to Blackwater, maybe ask Galen about that. Where did Shaith go? Hey, I follow your guys' lead. Eric, do your thing.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
So, this is my thought, and you all are welcome to tell me I'm crazy, but I think we should try to repair our relations with Blackwater a bit, at least for now. Maybe get him thinking we're, reliable and good to team up with, just in case we might need his resources. He would do better as an ally than as an angry neutral party. Which I'm guessing Barrett and Elric would have to take a shot at because I am not good at talking to people.
I already thought we already discussed with Blackwater.
We did, but
Interesting.
it didn't go very well because obviously we didn't have the dagger. But maybe you all could go speak to him and try to convince him that we're still on his side and that we're working. Maybe mention the blood hand. Maybe that they might
Hey,
have a piece and that we might be able to help him get it if he has a plan.
Um,
hey, I got an idea on how to navigate through this. Um, Perhaps we go back to Blackwater, talk to Galen, and does he really want the ring, or does he want what's behind inside that vault? Perhaps
He wants the vault.
he-
I can almost guarantee. That's why he wants the three
is that
pieces.
exactly. And so perhaps Elric and Baird, you can strike a deal with him um, that we will help him get the other pieces, get him to the vault, and that he would return the ring then after he has opened the vault.
So wait, do you mean like actually try to make an alliance with him?
oh, I was.
Actually make an alliance, or
Hmm.
no, not actually make an alliance, but yes, the pretense of one, sure.
Okay, so we're more just getting in good with him for now, and yeah.
Exactly.
So, just just to clarify, because we did have the conversation in Gnarl's notes, it says that we had already convinced him we could work together. He has two plans: get the dagger from the Iron Tide, and then get the other one from the Blood Hand.
Yeah, but you didn't
Okay.
really leave on the best terms because he was kind of. I mean, you remember he was kind of like, oh, just, yeah, okay, whatever. And then, like, you all kind of left, and then Elric also kind of, threatened him a little bit. So you would guess that he's probably at least not directly going to work with you unless you repair that a little bit.
What better way to repair it than by perhaps getting his assistance with getting the amulet from Cithril?
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. And that could work to our advantage.
That would be a pathway. That would be a path forward, guys. I think unless the city is raiding their house, which it's kind of like wishful thinking, but and we might not know until later today. But
Well, I don't think the city's going to turn on Blackwater. Even if
not
we.
Blackwater, Bloodhands,
Oh, the Blood Hand. Well, yeah, that I think that's
just Cithral's
much more
house. Yeah.
likely to happen. All right, so do we want to go do that now? Talk to him and try to ease the tensions? Get him on our side, maybe? Barrick and Elric, you feeling up to this?
I could issue a formal apology in some way.
That's what I'm thinking. Let him know. Or, or sorry, was someone talking? Oh,
Oh no, you're good.
like Lo Kun was saying, maybe say you'd like the ring back afterwards. That we know about the vault, and yeah, he probably wouldn't admit to stealing it, but maybe he could be convinced to give it as a quote unquote payment. You know?
Yes. It would probably be better coming from Barrett than me, who has more rapport with him, but I can issue an apology to him.
What do you think, Barrett?
I got this.
Lo Kun, you got one of those magic spells that can help with this?
Let me look through my book here.
I don't even know if there is such a thing, but
No, I do not.
All right. Well, we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way then.
Can I cast Enhance Ability on Barid?
Ooh,
Oh, there
you
we go.
Oscar.
I knew one of you had something like that. Well,
Oscar's
if
that's
we're
the
gonna hang on a second, if we're gonna cast it, we gotta be ready to go because this only lasts like what 5 minutes or something, right?
lasts an
Up
hour.
to an hour.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
But
we should go right
are
away
we-
then. Yeah, are we ready to go before you cast this?
Go, go, go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So you spend the spell slot casting Enhance Ability on Barid, making him much better at conversation, and the group is gonna head up north. As you're walking, you give me a d20 for events, as things have been set in motion in town. Okay. As you're walking, you would see Illyra, the white-haired girl, kind of at the edge of the market. As she sees the group, she kind of takes a quick look around and runs over and says, in Thieves' Cant, I sent your message last night, so I'm assuming Blackwater got it. I was just checking, and once again, none of you know what she's saying. She's saying like weird, like code speech to Barid as she suddenly runs up and they just start talking funny. But she says, if you have any more jobs, I could certainly use the money.
We will let you know.
Are you heading to speak with Blackwater now?
We are.
She kind of looks around. She says, I don't think you have the tail anymore. So, at least for now, I think they backed off.
Wonderful. That sounds wonderful. All right. Well, thank you for your help. Of course, I'm saying it in Thieves' Cant as well.
She says, well, yeah, of course. And if you need anything later, I actually might just hang out at the Maplewood bar, so come see me. Maybe we could, well, I'm sure you could use my help. Things have been going bad in town for you, so the blood hand on your back.
Lokun has no idea what they're saying,
No.
and he says, Aaron, no time for small talk. Let's get going.
She
So
just nods. Of course. You all have fun. And she just kind of smiles and waves as you all leave. So you make your way north, across town, up to the Blackwater estate. You had noticed he has an increased guard out. So it looks like he put more guards around his estate, around the walls and on watch. There are 3 of them at the gate. As you approach, they stop you, asking what your business is.
Speak with Blackwater.
Let me check with him really quick, he says. You all wait here a moment. So you're going to wait?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so about 5 minutes pass. It's been about 20 minutes since you cast the spell at this point. And he comes back and says, alright, Blackwater will speak with you. And he leads you inside. You see, it looks like everyone is busy. Now, had you, just to refresh my memory, did you notice the elf he had working for him last time?
No.
So
I did not.
There are a bunch of mercenaries, but you would notice sitting at one of the tables is an elven woman. What makes it interesting is that it is a high elf, which is extremely rare in these parts. She looks like she has a cloak on, and it looks like she is hard at work reading from a bunch of different books right now. The only elf you would see here. Well, the only high elf you would see. There are a couple of wood elf mercenaries. But you're taken over to Blackwater, who says,
Quick question. Lokun really likes books, and he would try to see like try to catch a glimpse of what she's reading.
Give me a perception check.
Really good at these.
Excuse me.
Oh wow.
She is reading a history of, looks like Isik. There's,
Ooh.
yeah, she's reading a book about Isik at this point.
Okay.
So,
Knows it.
so as you approach Blackwater, he says, Siegebreakers. I wasn't expecting you back so soon. I'm hard at work trying to track down the dagger that you failed to get.
Well, I was hoping we could go talk and maybe elsewhere in a place with less ears.
Give me a persuasion check. He says, I'm not sure what that'll accomplish at this point. What is it that you want to talk about?
We would like to talk about the vault and the blood hand.
Give me another persuasion check. This time, well, you're already at advantage, so never mind. So, as you say, the blood hand, that kind of piques his interest a bit. Because I think you already told him you knew about the vault last time. So he nods and kind of says, all right, I guess we can go to my office then. As long as one of your members doesn't get pushy with me, and he looks to Elric, kind of crossing his arms.
I just look back and nod as we get ready to walk back, keeping my mouth closed at this moment.
All right, so he takes you back to his side office, closes the door, and says, all right, what is it? Have you found out something about Sithril?
He's very interested in us, and we believe she has the amulet, and we would like to offer our assistance. I know we didn't succeed the first time getting the dagger, but we do feel with we can get the amulet from her or you.
Give me a persuasion check. He says, yes, my spies have told me that she possesses it, though they don't know where she's keeping it. Do you have more information on that?
I do not, but my friend here and I hit Lokun on the shoulder is very good at finding hidden magic items if needed.
Is that so? And how is it that you are good at finding magical items?
Let's say I got a little bit of I got a good sense. I can sense their presence. As long as I can get in there safely and have some time to prepare a ritual, perhaps before I enter.
He says, well, that's the trick, isn't it? Getting in there safely. I don't think anyone is getting close to Sithril safely right now. Wait.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, just add a character. What would happen if if I cast detect magic, but did I cast it through my familiar onto the familiar?
I think you have to channel touch spells through the familiar, right? Or some kind of... I don't know, actually. What does it say for the familiar?
I will look up that later.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So...
I think familiars are touch spells.
I don't think... Did the group mention Sithra last time you spoke to him?
We mentioned that we told the mayor that the blood hand.
Oh, right. So he says, do you have a way of getting close to Sithril?
We could probably figure it out using the mayor and what her plans are to get rid of them, because I do feel that she is coming up with plans of her own too. get them out of town.
Yes, we've been seeing her people around a lot. They're watching. They're watching the estate. She's definitely up to no good, and I have a feeling she's going to make a move soon. Does she trust you?
Why, yes, she does.
Give me a deception check. So I take it that she doesn't know that you ratted her out to the mayor. Then
Oh, whoops. You're talking about the mayor? Cithril?
No,
I thought you were
no,
talking about the mayor.
so he was asking if Cithril trusts you, but you also
Oh,
told him that you ratted her out to the mayor. So he was asking, does she know that you ratted? Does Cithril know you ratted her out to the mayor?
I misunderstood. I thought you meant, does the mayor trust us? Cithril
Oh,
does not trust us.
oh, okay, gotcha. I'll rewind a bit.
Um,
So he says, that's unfortunate. That could be an angle to get to her. He thinks for a moment. Give me another persuasion check. Let's see how he's taking all this. Okay. So he considers your group for a moment. He says, well, do you, I assume if you came to me today, you had some sort of plan you wanted to go over with me, or you had something to offer me.
well, so far we only know that working with the mayor to crush the Blood Hand is our current plan. Um, that's basically what we got, right? Yep. Pretty sure.
Are we not? Are we not letting him in on anything else, or is that is that where we're going to keep it at?
So are you kind of maybe whispering something under your breath while he's talking to...
Yeah. I
Okay.
whispered to Barrett. I'm like, is that all we're telling him, or like I was under the impression we were including him in more.
Oh, did you psychic link? I
No, we
don't
didn't.
remember a psychic link.
We did not.
So you probably... I mean, Blackwater is looking right at him, so I don't know if you could whisper to him right now. Unless you
Okay.
had some
Alright,
way
that's
of,
fine.
unless you had some
That's
way of signaling or something.
I'm just
Yeah.
Okun would just.
basing on what else we were supposed to let him in on, because I think we were, but
Alright.
So, or go ahead, Lokun. Are you saying
Okun
something?
will just step forward and he'll be like, "So we're both seeking the same thing, right?"
Blackwater narrows his eyes a bit and says, "Perhaps."
Well, you need that amulet, right?
He says that I do, and the dagger, which you failed to procure.
One thing at a time. It's this is a little bit not as easy, right? It's not like going to the market. But do we use your assistance in getting that amulet? And we'll have 2 of the 3 pieces. And then we'll get out of this town. Get the dagger.
And do I have your guarantee that if you are to retrieve this amulet, that I would take possession of it?
No. You'll have possession of it. You'll have possession of that ring. That's why we both got to get out of this town together.
So did you say no, we're gonna take it?
No.
Or did you say yes, he would have it?
No, we're not fetching it for you. We're gonna go to the vault together.
Oh.
Elric steps up and says, "As partners."
We need 3 keys, and these are 2 of the keys. I'm gonna twist these 2 keys together. You get my drift?
He He says, well, so Elric, since you spoke up, give me a persuasion check, and Lokun, you can make one as well.
Okay, persuasion.
Yeah.
All right, let me see here.
Or you can use deception, I guess, since at least for now the plan is sort of in the middle. Possible betrayal.
Yeah. I thought we were going towards including him in, though. I thought that's what we agreed.
Yeah, I'm just trying to persuade him to assist us to get that amulet.
So you can use
wait.
persuasion or deception right now, because the... okay, 10.
Abysmal.
So he says, that would have been a decent plan if you had shown me that I could rely on you. But being that I wasn't able to get the dagger, I'm pretty much no better off than when this all started, with the pieces still being scattered. So why is it that I should trust you now to be able to do this when you failed me the first time?
Because we want the same thing you want. We're looking for the same thing you are. We can work together to help each other achieve our ultimate goal.
Gnarl kind of pokes Barrett and whispers, Siegebreakers. Siegebreakers.
There's another thing on top of that. You really don't want the ring.
Barrett.
You want what's behind. Yeah, Barrett.
You're being poked, Barrett, by Gnarl.
Oh,
Yeah.
what about the Siegebreakers? We might have failed getting the dagger, but we did succeed in stopping the siege. Is that what you want me to say?
Give me a persuasion check on that. He considers that.
Nice.
I suppose you did take on all those orcs and the Iron Tide, and that's not nothing. You might not be the smartest, but you do seem to have martial skills. All right. That is a decent argument. So, what's your plan then to get the amulet from Sithril and work with me to get to the vault?
Plan is to, with the mayor, however she wants to do it. I don't know if she's planning a raid or something. Distract Sithril and hopefully quietly go in and remove the amulet during the chaos.
As well, as much as I love our little mayor, I don't think this town exactly has the guard might necessary to take down the Blood Hand. I don't know how much of an ally they will be in the coming times. I suppose that guard captain is quite skilled, but as for the rest of the guards, I mean, mostly farmers with pikes.
Do you know anything we could do to distract them so that we might be able to slip in and...
Well, attacking the Blood Hand directly might
Seems
not
like
be...
a bad idea.
He says even with the help of the guard, because I was considering this myself, we don't know where Sithril is keeping her amulet. And also, I believe that the Blood Hand have... and he pauses for a second as if considering what he's about to say. Give me another persuasion check. Up to 2 of you.
Barrett.
Oh, look at
Nice.
that.
Yes.
So, Chaur is built on top of an ancient series of dwarven tunnels. I discovered them a while ago, but I believe the Blood Hand have discovered them as well. It's actually one of the main reasons I first wanted to build a house out here, is the ancient structure below this place. Unfortunately, the Blood Hand, as I said, have access to them, which makes me worry because the tunnels also run under my house, which could offer them a very easy access if they decide to attack me. I have people guarding it, but it's still not completely safe. So even if we were to attack Sithril and her people, they would most likely be able to easily move from one place to another, easily avoiding us and using the tunnels to their advantage.
What if we create a? Do you know of any way we could create a distraction on the surface, get everybody moving up here while we move through the tunnels to infiltrate their lair?
So attack them from below.
Not a frontal attack, you know, because again, we are just five mercenaries here. I don't know if we could take on an entire crime organization.
Although there is an option, Blackwater. Assuming your people could get a hold of a particular item, I could cause a distraction at the front. And we could have people from below, such as Barrett and others, to go in and retrieve the item.
What item are you talking about?
Well, it's nothing too crazy. I just need a vial of blood from somebody who died within 24 hours.
He looks at you curiously and says, well, there's no shortage of corpses in this town.
Really?
Well, with the recent attacks, it's definitely been slowing. What exactly, magic-wise, were you thinking of doing?
You talking to me like out of character, or
no? He's asking you.
Okay. I have a power to summon lesser demons.
Oh.
To cause havoc at their gates.
He says, well, that's an interesting idea, but from what I know of demons, they're quite chaotic. Isn't there a chance they would attack the townspeople as well?
Well, I am very charismatic.
Try to loosen the house.
As long as
we point them in the right direction, they will do their job, and I will finish them.
And as long as he says, I will say, I admire your candor. If anyone was to find out that you were summoning demons, the Phoenix Guild would have Crimson Blade after you the next day. Demon summoning is one of the most forbidden and taboo magical arts within the land. But as long as they didn't know where the demons came from, especially the townsfolk.
Well, it's just a thing. You know, they'd be there for an hour, and they'd be gone after an hour.
You can, Loken would know about this, right? Because he has magics.
Yeah. Well, you have Arcana proficiency.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, you know that demons are extremely dangerous abyssal dwellers who often live to sow chaos and are extremely, dangerous and hard to control, but very effective at destruction.
So out of character real quick, they can... how it works is, right, you make a charisma check, or they make charisma saves against you every turn for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Open will point out you can just snap them back when you don't need them.
So not necessarily. They will stick around for at least an hour or until they're killed.
Or until you. Okay.
Yes, which is why summoning demons is so taboo and dangerous. I mean, undead is taboo enough, but demons can so easily break their bonds and just start causing chaos and death, ripping normal people apart. But definitely a good distraction. No one is going to see demons coming. I suppose the worst case scenario, the town has an hour of rampaging demons that they have to deal with. I thought dropping concentration just released them.
I thought that's the way it worked as well.
Or I thought I did my research for the ability.
What's the spell called?
One second, I can tell you. I think it's just called Summon Lesser Demon.
That's what I was trying to say. Is that if you just drop concentration, they go.
So okay. So if you stop concentration, then they'd immediately take off.
Exactly.
But if they go
broken.
towards whatever's not standing in the circle, they will basically go. All right. So whatever's closest to them. So if I summon them in an area that particular is where we're wanting to summon, they're going to stick around that area and fight everything until it's dead. And it can differ from, it depends on what you roll, but you can summon 2 to 8. So it can be a very good distraction, or it can be chaos if you summon 8. So
This is all out of character?
yes. Well, I figured we were saying this out of character.
I mean, you could say you're talking about it in character.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's fine
we'll
because you don't really have
summarize
a
it,
mental connect to do it now out of character anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Then we'll say yeah.
Group. Okay.
Just let go of your concentration, and they'll go back to where they came from. You can control it to a certain degree.
I can, and I also speak Abyssal. I can control it to a certain degree. It would be perfect for the purpose we've concocted, and it only lasts for an hour.
Or less if you want.
Or less if they are killed before.
Or you drop concentration.
Or concentration.
Well, as I said, you would, as long as no one finds out you're the one summoning them, I'm sure they might even be blamed on the thieves for whatever reason. But if it was discovered that you're summoning demons, that is a very, that's a very serious crime. I would not say anything. I can't guarantee if my mercenaries are nearby, they might not say something about it. But again, if you did this, wouldn't they just escape into the underground, or would you be down there waiting for them?
We'll have people underground.
That is where we'd be waiting for them. That's how we're getting into the yeah.
So the barrows, what the underground is called, he says, the dwarven barrows, do have their people already down there. So moving through them underneath the town, you might bump into some of their people while getting into position. That's the only dangerous part, or at least one of the dangerous parts. And if they know you're down there, then they will definitely know something's up.
Oh, if we meet them, then we will deal with them.
Swiftly dealt with.
The other problem is that to get to that... So, there are several sections of the barrows, one of which I know quite well, the area under my house. But the area that they are in is sort of gated off by an ancient temple that is also connected to these underground corridors, which you'd have to go through. And I don't know if that temple is safe. In fact, I believe it is not safe. You might have to clear it out.
We would need a surveyor or someone that possibly knows the area? Or would that be hard enough to find within itself?
Knows what area.
What if we go ahead, sorry.
I didn't hear. What'd you say?
Knows what area is what he asked.
In the dwarven...
The barrows? Well, as I said, I know the area under my house, but I don't know... Well, I haven't gotten past the temple yet, as I know that there are ancient dangers that lurk there that I was not... I never had the chance to deal with. So if you wanted to... So basically, and he would quickly explain that one of the sections is under his house here. There's another section under Sithral's house, to get to it, you have to go through the middle, which goes through the temple area, and that's where the dangers are. So you would have to clear out the temple in order to get there.
Who would have thought that all this was under this city?
Says you'd be surprised at some of the ancient ruins that exist from past empires. The cycles have a way of leaving things behind, and the dwarves built a lot of things underground.
It truly is amazing, but I think we can accomplish this.
Well,
People were prodigious, Oscar.
he nods. Well, I can show you a path to the temple. The barrows are a large, winding labyrinth, which even I, in all my years, have not fully explored. So I have explored ways to get to the temple, and I can send someone with you to show you. But after there, you're on your own. You'll have to do some exploration to get through.
Okay.
He says the good thing, the good thing is that most likely the Blood Hand have the same roadblock, as in to get to my part, they would have to clear out the temple as well. The bad thing is once you clear the temple, that roadblock will be gone. So then they can freely enter my tunnels below the house.
Do you have enough men to secure the area once we take it?
Yeah, you mean underneath my house, or do you mean the temple?
The temple. A few men posted can do a lot.
Yes, I do. I already have people watching the tunnels underneath just in case. But yes, I could probably send some mercenaries to watch those halls as well.
Well, sounds like a win-win.
Sounds like we got the beginnings of a plan. Finally.
Yes. Yes. This could work. All right. So then I guess the first step is for you to go down there and take a look and try to figure out a way through this area. An old dwarven temple called the Halls of Tarsus. I have no idea, or at least I don't have much knowledge of what is there, but I'm sure it can't be anything good.
Right. And you'll lead us to this entrance to the barrows then. We'll make our way.
Yes, I can give you a guide, and she will take you there.
By the way, whatever happened to Shaith?
Shaith? Shaith, why does that name sound familiar?
But she was one of your own.
Oh, a mercenary. What did she look like? I have so many mercenaries these days. Or what was her skill set?
She was a rogue.
So did you mention Shaith last time you talked to him? I didn't think you did. Yeah. So he says, oh, wasn't she the one that was part of the initial attack I sent against Orkard's people?
Yes, actually, I don't think she made it out. Or I don't know. Maybe she got lost on the ways.
I had assumed she died. And he kind of looks at you curiously. Give me a deception check, Lokun.
I screwed up there.
What about this person? Oh, never mind. She's probably dead. She probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, I absolutely.
Who? Shaith? Who's that? The one you just brought up. Yeah,
don't worry. He's some dead chick. Don't even worry. Yeah.
So he kind of gives you a curious look as you said that, but he says, "Yes, I assume she had died. But anyway, so was there anything else we needed to discuss in private, or anything you needed to?"
Oh yes, there was actually one more thing, Mr. Blackwater. 1,000 apologies for how our first encounter went, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
Are you doing a deception or a persuasion?
Yeah, let's
say
say persuasion.
Okay, go ahead, make a persuasion. So he kind of eyes you curiously, Did you say that?
Yes. Let me get to it. Persuasion.
And remember, you do have
Oh,
well, I was gonna say you do have inspiration, but
Yes,
uh,
I was gonna use. So, do you have to use inspiration before or after?
yes, same as normal inspiration. You would have to say
Okay.
it before, and then you
Okay.
gain advantage.
All right.
So
I'll.
he kind of considers you for a moment and says, no hard feelings, I suppose. If we can work together to get this done, then water under the bridge." And he gives you a
Excellent.
polite smile and goes to shake your hand.
I shake his back, obviously.
He he looks at you, maybe considers you a moment, and says, "And of course, if the ring, or if a ring was stolen from your family, if all goes well, I have resources that could possibly get it back for you. So
Yes, of course.
perhaps we could work together and work on that in the future."
Of course.
He nods and says, "All right, well, let's go back outside for a moment." And he takes you. Is anyone saying anything else before you leave?
Loken's keeping his mouth shut.
All right. So he goes back outside. He says, "Lyra," and the elf looks up and says, "Lord Blackwater." He says, "Come here for a moment." And the elf smiles and walks over and says, "You all must be the Siegebreakers I've heard about. Well met."
Oh man.
And he says, "Yes, these are in fact the famous Siegebreakers who I have been working with very closely with a important plan for the next part of our journey." She says, "Oh, really?" And he says, "Yes. I know that you have studied the halls of Tarsus quite a bit since coming under my employ." And she says, "Yes, at your request." And he says, "Well, I would like you to take them there with the maps and see what you can find, as I believe the links that might be, or the information we might find within the halls of Tarsus could help us with our movement to Issyk, as the vault is also from the same cycle." And she says, "Ah, a good idea." And they were under the priests that existed here did exist within that area as well, so that could be a connection. So she looks to the group and says, "Lyra, at your service," and gives you a polite bow. Scholar of the Northern Elven Empires. I've been all over the place, but recently I've been under the retainer of Lord Blackwater here. I am quite adept at history, and ancient magical knowledge is my specialty.
She piques Elric's interest, and he bows to her and says, "Well, it's very nice to meet you. I feel like you and me might be very good friends on this little journey we have."
Oh, why is that?
Well, I too am very curious about magic and everything that it pertains to.
Give me a persuasion check. She says, "Oh, are you a spellcaster? A fellow magic user?" I myself am quite versed at the use of the arcana.
Persuasion. There we go. All right.
She seems very interested.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Sorry. I was looking for the persuasion. All right. Can we recap what?
Oh,
She
she asked you, she said, "Are you a fellow user of the Arcanum?" Or Arcana?
Yes, actually, quite adept, I would say, as he's boosting his own ego.
Phoenix Guild trained? Or did you get your training elsewhere? One of the colleges?
Yes, I received my training at one of the most prestigious schools.
Oh, which one?
That's actually we did the training in well, it was under a different name at the time.
So, as you're talking, Blackwater says, "Well, I'll leave you all to get acquainted. Let me know if you need anything." And he goes back to speaking with some of his mercenaries. Lyra kind of gets distracted for a moment. Well, apparently, Lord Blackwater gave you a bit of an exit strategy there, and she says,
Yes.
Sorry. Were you all ready to go? I have the maps actually right over here. I can grab them and we can go down into the tunnels. We can definitely
it.
speak more later, Elric.
Oh yes, of course.
Are you Elven by chance?
I am half elf, actually.
Ah, I thought I saw a bit of Elven heritage to you.
Yes, my father was a half elf. Not half. It was a high elf.
Oh, I see. Do you come from the Northlands? Or are you from the colonies, or beyond the mountains, beyond the make sure she uses the right names.
Where? Just can you give me a recap, like where we discussed? I need to get the lore from you. Whereas, what part is he from again?
So she would say, "Oh yeah, beyond the Drogoth Empire, which is the Dwarven Empire." So you
Okay.
are from. I thought, didn't you choose the town you were from?
No, we kind of rolled with it. I need to get all that because you had rewrote it and you know
All right. Well, let's.
what Ryan said.
I guess we can put a pin in that for now.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we'll come back to that. I can get the info later.
I want to say you were from Daybreak or something like that. Maybe Labau. One of the northern cities for sure.
Yeah. After this, I'll go back and I'll go through and get some info from you as well. So,
All right. In any case, she says, "Are we all ready to go, or did you need to do some preparation?" I'd be happy to go back to reading my books for a bit. I was in a fascinating chapter about Issik's. Well, basically the mercantile times of Issik right before the great destruction that occurred.
I think we're ready to go.
I'm ready.
Okay. In that case, into the tunnels we go. Have you been down to the Barrows before?
Never.
I have not.
So she kind of takes you into the back of the main hall, where you see a couple of guards standing next to a stairwell. She says, "Lord Blackwater has sent me down below." And they say, "Yes, we've already been briefed on that. You may pass, Arcanist Lyra." And she nods and smiles and kind of leads you all down into the basement. So she says the structures below are actually quite fascinating. You see the dwarven architecture, and she just goes into a huge spiel about 12th century architecture and dwarven designs as she leads you through these hallways. You do see guards in the basement guarding various rooms that you assume Blackwater has important stuff inside, and they just kind of give you a nod as you walk past. She gets to the back of his basement area, where you see 4 heavily armed guards and a metal gate that they're kind of watching a hallway. And you can definitely see... well, actually, maybe not. Does anyone have history?
Let me check real quick.
History proficiency, that is.
Proficiency? Okay.
Yeah.
I
Does
thought
that,
I did. Where's that?
does that mean you do have it, Barrett?
I have history.
I do have it as
Okay, so if you have proficiency, you can definitely tell the intricacies of the architecture down here, where kind of you can tell what Blackwater dug out and where the hallway almost like transforms into this totally different design as you pass through the gate and you see these barrow areas. If you're interested in history, this might be fascinating to you, as you maybe had brief exposures to the architecture before while you were at the ruins, but this is like a whole actual area that you're going into now.
Elric's just looking like a kid in the candy store, you know.
So as you enter this area, actually, I have a map for this. Give me one moment. Oh, wait. Hang on. What's going on here? Ignore that. Ignore what you just saw.
I didn't see nothing.
Exactly. Alright, let's try this again. Stupid roll 20. So you come into the basement area under the Blackwater Estate.
I think you're revealing too much again.
Yep. Hang on. What is going on here? Oh, wait. I think I know what happened. Settings. That's what happened. Okay. All right, there we go. Nope.
All right.
So yeah, you come up under the Blackwater Estate, moving through the tunnels, and these aren't an exact representation of the tunnels. It's just sort of like almost like an overland map underground. So she begins leading you into these twisting, turning tunnels. As you head south, she says, "We must be cautious to keep our voices down, as strange creatures still wander these areas." I believe Blackwater, and she's now basically whispering, I believe Blackwater cleared most of these with his mercenaries, but there are still dangers that roam these areas.
Loken whispers to Barrett, "We do that thing, you know, when you
Brain
clear our
connect.
minds."
Brain connect.
She stops and says, "Brain connect." Or were you trying to be quiet? Oh, were you trying so she didn't hear you?
I don't really care. I'm just trying to so Barrett yeah, just trying to suggest to Barrett maybe that's the time to use it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, do you have some sort of mental connection you can do?
Yes, but not for all of us, unfortunately. I think
You-
I don't have enough people.
Are you as well an Arcanist? Or are you some sort of psionic? Oh, are you a psionic? She says, all excited. I've never met someone with psionic potential.
I think I would fit into the psionic category, yes.
Oh, how fascinating. How. Forgive me. This is no time for you to explain your abilities. So, what do we have to do for this mental connection?
So it's me and 3 others. So I would choose, I guess, who
Awkward.
wants to be hooked up.
She says, "Oh, I see. That's fine. You all can speak. I will just continue keeping an eye out." She seems a little disappointed.
Um, as that's happening, Elric whispers to her, "Oh, by all means, you can take my spot in this."
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
All right, one
Hold
sec.
on.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
How do I do advantage? Does it automatically do it?
Yeah, it'll just roll twice, and we'll take the higher one.
Okay. And persuasion.
Yes.
So roll twice.
Well, it does it automatically.
Oh, it does it automatically. Okay.
So 26. She says, "Oh, are you sure? I don't have to.
Well, yes, of course.
Oh, well, thank you." And she gives you a smile.
Oscar, Lokun, and Lyra, and myself can now talk. Wow, I get so low numbers on that. For 1 hour, we can talk to each other in our heads.
Man, now, Lyra's gonna be telling me all about the histories in my head, and I can't
This is
shut it off.
this is so interesting. I can hear all of you, but I'm not speaking. I've never experienced anything like this before. Fascinating.
Pretty fun, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have to talk about the history if you don't wish me to. I can remain quiet.
Our
No,
friend
no, it's all right.
seems like he really enjoys the history of this area. And I do love learning about the history of my peoples.
She says, "This is exciting, and now I can keep talking without making noise." But
Oh,
anyway, I was going to say there is. Are you all familiar with the ruined church of Chaur?
no.
He says, "Well, there's a church nearby. I don't know if you noticed it. Kind of a foreboding building in the distance as you approach Blackwater's estate. But long ago, there was some sort of event that happened here, or that happened there, that sent strange dark energies rippling through Char, almost destroying it, causing the city to be abandoned. Some people died, but apparently not as many as there could have, as it's believed it was contained within the church when it happened somehow. Probably some brave magic user gave their life to," and she keeps going on and on. Give me an events check, D20 roll, as you're moving through these tunnels. 12. Is the group doing anything, or are you just kind of following her as she is talking about history and the tunnels?
I'm just following, looking around at all the architecture.
All right.
That's what I'm doing.
So you get to a point where you start seeing lots of bones scattered about. She says, "Huh. Well, we're getting close to the halls. I've never actually been here before. Blackwater never mentioned there'd be bones. Are we lost?" And she looks at the map, again speaking in her own head with the rest of you.
I start to
yeah,
get nervous.
No, no.
why are you asking us? You're the guide.
Sorry, I forget that you all can hear my thoughts. I was trying to think to myself.
Hey, everyone, what's going on? We just kind of stopped.
We're totally on track. Don't worry about it.
Okay, all right.
Oh yes, I forgot. Sorry, sorry, Elric. I forgot you were not speaking with us.
No problem.
I'm just checking the coordinates here. No, this looks right. So I think if we follow the hallway past all these bones, this should lead us into Tarsus.
How fresh do these bones look?
Oh, they look ancient. They look like they've been dead for who knows how long.
Okay. Obviously humanoid, I'm guessing.
Do you have medicine?
Maybe
I
not.
do. Oscar
So
does.
Oscar, interestingly enough, these bones are a combination of several different species. You would see there are, first of all, there are dwarf bones, lots of dwarf bones, mixed in with a bunch of orc bones. Skeletons of
Oh,
orcs and dwarves. Most likely some sort of large battle may have taken place here.
wow. Very cool.
I think about that and relay that. Sounds like a battle between dwarves and orcs took place here.
Ooh, interesting. Is there any items laying around?
So it looks like there are some really old weaponry and armors that are falling apart.
Oh,
Nothing of much value. However, history might tell you something. If you want to make
um,
another history check, if you're proficient.
yes. Would you like me to roll for history?
Yeah, yeah.
Do it up.
Okay.
I will as well.
So the armor and weaponry designs would place these soldiers probably at as 12th cycle, which means they're close to probably somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 years old. This was before the last cataclysm, probably during the Dwarven Empire when the halls of Tarsus existed. So apparently a large confrontation took place here that was never cleaned up. Lyra thinks,
Fascinating.
and she says, I don't remember any battles near Tarsus, but then again, my knowledge of it's limited. Well, shall we move past?
Onwards.
Onward.
Alright, so you get to an area where there is a door, a stone door that's partially opened. And this is kind of theater of the mind. But when you look through it, as you get closer, you see several things. There is a skeleton of what looks like some sort of dwarven wizard that is encased in a force field with bones all around him.
Yeah, I
What?
think we should probably go back the way we came. Yeah, this isn't looking very good.
Wait.
Sure, we're
Hold
going the
on.
right way.
Wait. It's a living dwarf.
No,
So
no, the
can you repeat
skeleton.
that again?
So there's a
Okay.
skeleton of what looks like a dwarven wizard with a force field around him, like some kind of force effect surrounding his body. And outside the force field, there's a bunch of bones just scattered everywhere, as if maybe he was surrounded by a bunch of people who died.
Would
If you take a
would
closer look at it, it looks like he is clutching at some sort of arrow wound that pierced his stomach as he's kind of sitting there on the floor with this force field around him. You can't actually get to his body, obviously, because of the force field. Oh, actually, you
okay
don't know
from
that. Do you want to try to touch him or interact with him?
no from a distance? Would Lokun know what kind of force field that is?
Give me an Arcana check. Anyone with Arcana. This is a pretty wide hallway. The hallway you're in is about 15 feet wide. So you believe that it's a force wall of some kind. The strange thing is, force walls aren't supposed to last thousands of years.
Yeah. And is the force wall blocking the entire path?
No, it's just like a small 5 foot area. Like maybe he put it up around himself and maybe
Oh,
sat there and bled out or something.
I thought that it was like blocking off an
No,
area.
no, sorry. So it's like in a small corner of the hallway, and basically, like maybe he put that up as enemies are trying to get to him,
Ah,
and
Right. Would
maybe
it be
just bled
more?
out here.
Would it be more of like a force cage then?
Yeah, but solid. It definitely
Okay.
is solid. You don't see any way of like getting
Oh,
through it.
gotcha.
I mean, I guess you could try to put your hand through, but you would guess it would just repel you if it is what you think it is. You would also notice some strange-looking runes traced on the floor underneath him. It
Uh,
sort of reminds you of the runes you saw in that cave, those exploding ones.
can I interpret what those runes are? Um, oh no,
So
no, no, no. Actually, it wasn't me. Was it me? I interpret them. Yeah, I forget who.
So history or arcana, and if you have both, you can roll with advantage. Might tell you what this is. 15. Yeah, so this looks very similar to 20. Yeah, so Barrett 2, this looks very similar to the runes you saw in that cave that were exploding on you, those fiery runes. You think this is more of that ancient rune master magic. And you would guess that this guy trapped in this force field is one of those dwarven rune masters. Probably got into a bad spot, quickly used some ability to throw this up. But again, you're kind of surprised, Lokun, that it's lasting as long as it has.
Lokun will relay to the party about the force, it's like force magic, and I guess Barrett also knows the story. But there's runes just like before.
We should get closer and examine it. Lyra says. I want to.
Oh,
I don't think we should.
we
Well,
need you a little bit longer.
she says,
So
"Well, we have to go this way anyway. We have to get to the halls of Tarsus, and this is the way. Unless we're going to turn back."
no, we're not turning
If this
back.
is the
But
way, then
Yes, I believe past this dwarf is the entryway. So we would have to go past where the force field is.
I'd just watch your step when it comes to runes. They can be very tricky.
And she
Um,
nods.
let me, God damn it! I gotta use more of my freaking components. Let me dispel it first.
Uh,
Start sending
Are you
so
dispelling the runes or the force field?
runes.
so she says, well, we could just walk past it. Do you think it's a good idea to mess with the spell?
You think we can walk? Okay, you
I
go
mean,
first.
it's only a 5 foot area, right? We could just walk around him.
Oh, I was talking about the rune. But okay, let's get closer to the rune. If it lights up, then I might need to do something.
Oh well. My theory was that those runes are powering his force field.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I
That's
mean,
crazy stuff.
that would be my guess anyway. I'm not very familiar with rune master magic, but
I, I think you're totally right. You go ahead. We'll follow you.
I think for our survey, perhaps we could come back to this after we, get to our area that
I think
we're
there's only
heading.
one way forward.
she says, "Well,
I mean, the runes aren't like blocking like the whole
no.
area,
So
right? Like,
the runes. I don't think I have a map of this, unfortunately. But basically, like you're going down a 15-foot wide hallway, and basically once you go through this door here, about 10 feet in on the other side, there's a guy up against the wall with this small force field around him. So
Yeah.
you could just walk right past him and keep going.
I walk
going.
right past him.
All right.
Yep.
So Lyra does take a quick look. She says, "Oh, I'm not at all familiar with this, unfortunately. I don't even know how you disable this. Although, that body, he might have something valuable on him.
No doubt.
So, a little ways past him, again, bones everywhere. Like, there was a big battle here. But you see what looks like some sort of trap. A piece of the wall is, like, pushed out against the north wall is pushing out against the south wall as if there's some kind of smashing trap that smashed a bunch of people into it, and it looks like the trap malfunctioned because the wall is still out like 10 feet, blocking all but like a small area that you could kind of get through, though you'd have to squeeze through the trap between the crushing wall and the south wall, if that makes sense.
I volunteer to go first and try to squeeze through the wall.
Wait,
Right, this guy.
wait, do you think it's still active?
It's been sitting
Find
here
out.
this long. I doubt it's still active.
Maybe can we take a closer look without squeezing through first, and let me see if your theory is right. I'd like to investigate it. Or yeah.
Give me yeah, I'll say perception would probably help here.
Who would you like to roll?
That would
Anyone
not be me.
anyone who wants can take a look. Okay, so Barrett, you kind of step forward over all these corpses. You see a couple of bodies that are just like mangled by where you're guessing the trap smashed them against the wall, and there's just broken bones everywhere. But looking down at the floor, you do see something that look like pressure plates. Investigation might tell you more at this point, if you point those out.
I'm better at that.
Yeah, I will point them out to Lokun. Look at those.
Alright, so Lo Kun kind of surveys the area. He's like, and you're like, he's looking at where the angle of the scratch marks are on the floor at the bodies laying around. And you believe that, yes, most likely stepping on one of these pressure plates activated this trap. However, it's hard to say whether it's still active or not. You would guess it's probably jammed, but it would be risky to squeeze through if you accidentally stepped on the pressure plates again.
And I'll relay that to the party, and like put a hand on Elric before he goes forward. I don't know. This looks kind of risky.
Is there a...
Yes,
because-
you might have actually just saved my life. Yeah, let's. Can I make an investigation?
yeah, sure. If
Okay.
you want to take a look at it.
Oh,
Looks like
yeah.
a floor, and looks like it... yeah, Lo Kun, what he said, that sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah.
And
Trust me,
try
Alric.
to disarm them.
So, unfortunately, Lo Kun did not see a way of disabling it. You would guess there are probably triggering mechanisms under the pressure plates, but yeah, you're not sure how to get down there to them without like digging through the floor. You don't see like an access panel or anything.
We have something that we can at least.
Is there still bones laying around?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of like broken bones like in the space between the smashing trap and the wall. There's bones like on this side of the trap. There's bones on the other side.
Can I
Yeah,
grab
that's
a
what I was
bone and trigger the plate with it?
All right, so you step forward, grabbing a bone, and push it against the pressure plate.
Okun is stepping back as he's doing this.
There is a loud rumbling as the wall suddenly goes smashing against the south wall, shattering a bunch of bones. It looks like the trap starts to reset, but then it kind of gets stuck about 5 feet in the exact position it was stuck in. So it kind of like is backing up as if it's resetting, but then it goes like and gets stuck. And Lyra says, so it is still active.
Yes.
Do we?
I almost died. Yes.
Yes, I'm very glad.
How
you
dare
didn't,
you doubt my people?
I'm very glad you didn't climb in there, Elric. That would have been quite bad.
Yes. Thanks for the helpful wisdom.
Yes. So, do we have a? Is there a way we can get past this? Oh, by the way, that did make some noise. So give me a D20 roll for events, because this is definitely not a safe area. Alright, nope, nothing seems to have been drawn by this noise.
room to jump over the plate? No.
It's so it's
Yes.
10 feet. So it is if you have a strength higher than 10, you could probably jump it.
Oh, can I see the other side?
Yeah. So the
Oh.
it's only about 10 feet wide. The trap.
Oh, no problem. Can I use Misty Step?
All right. So you begin casting Misty Step, and you see suddenly a bunch of mist kind of envelops Elric as he vanishes, quickly appearing on the other side. And Lyra says, "Oh," and she gives a small golf clap for the magic. Well done. Magic. I love magic.
It's only a 10-foot hop over it.
It is a 10-foot jump, yes. You also think if you wanted to, you could probably use the trap to climb over it, like kind of positioning yourself between the trap and the wall and doing like kind of like shimmying.
Wedgers, yeah.
Yeah,
Am I
I
tall
would
enough
like
to
to
do
try
that?
to.
So Lyra says, "Well, no shimmying for me," and she would snap her fingers, and basically the same thing would happen. A bunch of mist would envelop her, and then she would poof out back on the other side.
Okay.
She gives you a little wink, Elric.
I just smile and like that's very impressive.
She nods. All right, what about the rest of you? How are you getting past?
You guys want to hop it, or I can use resources and get us over too. But let me know what you want to do.
I don't think I can hop it,
I don't
but
think I can hop it either.
I
Okay.
might be fine
got-
shimmying it, or I could use one of my wild shapes.
Excuse me, do we have a rope maybe we could attach to?
We do have a rope.
That could help you shimmy across if you had something solid to grab. If
I
you
love rope.
All right, so if you have 15 feet of rope and 2 pitons, you can spend those to make like a makeshift handle to grab on, which would make the climbing much easier.
Okay.
Uh,
Somebody have
does,
pitons?
is Gnarl with us? Because he's the one who carries our pitons.
So let's see, pitons.
I do have a grappling hook.
Does he have any pitons left?
He definitely does.
They might be.
Pretty sure he does.
So I see
Let
hempen
me check
rope.
the party treasury.
Yeah, it might be in the party treasury. I don't see pitons in his personal treasury.
Let me check his sheet actually. I can give you that sheet too.
Because I have his. Oh wait, is he using
He's on Beyond.
Beyond? Okay,
Yeah.
that might be why I don't see it. Did he leave me a link to Beyond? I don't think he did, unfortunately.
I'll give it
I
to
don't
you.
see any pitons in the group treasury.
Let me check. There we go.
What's your passive perception, Elric?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Passive perception, that is 10.
Okay.
I
No
don't see it
follow-up
on his.
question.
I don't. Oh, this is the wrong sheet. Yeah, I can't find a sheet. So you must have it somewhere else.
Did he? Here, let me see if I can find the link somewhere, because I also have his personal treasury or personal messages in Discord.
Is there something heavy nearby I can tie my rope to and chunk across to them?
There is the door handle from the door you just came through.
And it's a very big
If I
door, right?
turn into a war horse, would somebody be able to ride me and hop across it?
Oh,
It's a little tight.
Yeah, you wouldn't have enough room to jump that as a warhorse. You'd be too wide.
All right, I got you guys. So what Lokun is gonna do is he's gonna ritual cast Tensor's floating disc.
Thank you.
And then Um, and that might not be able to carry all of you, actually.
Also,
Oh, actually,
how
go ahead.
wide is Tensor's floating disk? Would that fit?
It says 3 by
3
3.
feet.
Oh, yeah, so that would actually fit.
So this is
mean-
my idea.
You could do one person at a time, right?
Yeah. Well, basically, it's not like I can control how it moves. It just follows me. So this is
Oh.
my idea: is that I create the disc. I Misty step ahead. I drag it right over above the trap, and those guys can just hop on a disc and hop over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Kinda
mean,
like,
as long as they don't exceed the weight, and I think I don't think they would.
I don't think
I'm
anybody's
not
over
that fat.
500 pounds. Yeah.
I mean, that's
Right.
actually fairly impressive as well.
Okay, so I'll do that, and then I'll use a Misty step to get over myself.
All right, so you make your Tensor's floating disk. That takes 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
All right, so what is the current time? Let me check. It is probably at this point, it's about 2 hours later with all the navigation. So it's about 10:30 at this point in the morning still. All right, so you do your ritual, taking another 10 minutes, casting your spell, and then as you poof across, the disc will slowly move to follow you, dragging the other party members across. So you have successfully gotten past.
All right. Onwards.
Lyra says, well, that'll be fun to try to go back across on the way back.
Yep.
Oh, now
was-
that you're on this side, perception-wise, Barrett, you're the high perception, right?
That's Gnarl.
Or
It would
Gnarl?
be Norl and Oscar.
All right, so
Gnarl and Oscar.
Gnarl and Oscar, both of you would notice on this side there is a panel that looks like it can be opened. This might be a way to disable the trap.
Locoon, do you think you could have a look at this panel? I'm not the smartest with poking around things, but
I'll take a look. See.
All right, go ahead and investigate. Yes, so you figure out a way to slide the panel open, and there are several wires within that can probably
red
be
one.
used to disable this.
Do I have to? I would like to try to deduce. Oh, does it look like I just cut both of them, or cut all of them, or something like that? Or-
It would be a thieves' tools check at this point.
Aaron, use your help over here. Looks like need some nimble fingers.
Right. So yeah, I have my thieves' tools.
All right, so you attempt to disable this trap. Yes, so
Nice job.
you are able to quickly cut some wires and attach a counterweight, and you believe the trap should no longer function.
Smashing.
Well
Alright.
done.
So
Well done, Barrett.
I assume you're heading onward, right?
Onwards.
All right, so at this point, you will be entering an actual mapped area, so give me a moment. Let me make sure I don't reveal the whole thing to you again. No, this looks like it is correct. So as you come down this hallway, it turns south, and you see there are two massive vault doors that look like they've been smashed open. And I will pull you into that area in a moment here. So, Elric, do you have dark vision, don't you?
I do up to 60 foot, and I can't see in color. It's gray.
Would
Okay.
assume Gnarl would cast Dark Vision on me at some point.
You probably would.
Gnarl
where do we
would
try-
do that.
Yeah, he said he would do it for you for life. Where do we drag ourselves?
No, I'll drag you on.
Okay.
I just, for some reason, Elric's dark vision isn't working, so let me fix that.
I also got light, but I assume that we want to sneak, so yeah, I'll hold off on that.
Elric, you see yourself now, right?
I do, yes.
Okay. So it looks like there's a lot of debris in this hallway, though less bones. At this point, you do hear the sounds of something shuffling in the darkness up ahead. Sounds like things might be still moving around in here, living or perhaps dead. So, Barrett,
Dark. Okay, cool. Dark vision.
you can see, right, Barrett?
I cannot.
What the heck?
Just myself.
Do you have dark vision normally?
No.
Oh, okay. But
Carl casts it usually.
Yeah.
he's going to
Got
cast it
magical.
on you? Alright, so Gnarl is going to spend a spell slot. So let me go look at his sheet.
So
And
cool.
don't move just yet, because there might be stuff here. Gnarl, where's dark vision? Boom. Okay, so he uses the slot, and you can see now. Who's next? Gnarl. I'll keep him in the background for now. Oscar and Locoon.
So they look grayed out on my screen. Is that?
Yeah, so that's dark vision. It's hard to see here.
Oh,
Because with
okay.
dark vision, you can't see as well as you can see in light, so everything is kind of dim.
Oh, I see.
So you would see a couple of things. And actually, hold on, I don't know why it's not displaying. Let me double check something. There is a huge pile of bones up ahead.
Young.
Ooh.
There's a bunch of rocks and debris. It looks like someone just piled a bunch of bones up in the area. And the hallway appears to continue south.
So let's see, 60 feet, so I can see up to there.
Before we go any further, can I cast or expend a wild shape to bring my owl about?
Sure. You can summon your familiar. Your owl comes poofing into the dark area.
Let's see, just in case, can I go ahead and use my Pact of the Blade? Just so I can go ahead and so I can go ahead and have it queued up, or no?
Yeah. Well, what does Pact of the Blade do again?
It gives me basically I take an action to forge a weapon out of nothing, pretty much. It can be any type of weapon.
So, like,
Well,
you
I have the
summon a
upgraded
weapon
version.
or something?
Yes,
Go
yeah.
ahead and link
And
it.
as long as you're
Let me,
holding it.
Let me just see it.
Okay, yeah.
What time is it, by the way?
It is
Just so I could mark down my wild companion.
It's currently about 10:40 in the morning, because you took 10 minutes for the tensors. So yeah, there should be an option to link your ability. So let me just see it in chat when you have a moment.
Let's see if I can find. There it is. There we are.
All right, what paragraph am I looking at?
You can use your action to
All right,
create
at
a
the
packed
top there.
weapon in your empty hand.
So what weapon are you creating?
I'll make a great sword. There you go.
All right, so this large. Now, is this an actual weapon, or is this just like an illusionary, like a
No, it's an
spectral
actual
thing?
weapon.
All right,
It's
so
like
a huge-looking great sword suddenly appears within Elric's hand as he enters the area, and it just sort of phases in. He's now holding it. So mark yourself as holding a two-handed weapon.
okay.
Question. I'd like to pick up a little pebble or rock, and can I like put it in my pocket and then cast light in it? But I don't want the light to come out just right now.
Yeah, sure. You can say
Let's
it's
see here.
doused.
Okay.
Where do you mark off? Sorry, where do you mark off that you're holding two-handed?
So you just, it's the three blades with a 2 over it. So you just press 2 while you're mousing over the 3-blade symbol.
3-blade symbol. Oh boy.
It
Uh,
is.
it's on the main character sheet, right?
Well, it's the token markers.
Token
Do
markers.
one of you do one of you want to show them what that looks like?
Which symbol?
The
Looking
three
for?
blades one, the one that marks you as having a melee weapon.
Yeah. Give me a second.
It's on. Oscar has it on him right now, next to the shield.
Yeah, and then you just click on it and then hit. Yep.
You press 2 while you're mousing over it.
Yeah.
I think it's
press,
like
press the number.
it's like if you click the lens on your token, it's like 4 or 5 rows down.
Okay. Token bars. Okay. Token. Okay, this is.
So if you highlight your
Uh,
token, there'll be 2 buttons. One is a gear, one is a lens. If you click on the lens, it'll
Yes.
show you all the
Oh,
token markers.
click on the lens. Okay.
Yeah.
The little button thing. Yeah. I don't
Yes.
know what
Okay,
it
I
is.
see it. And then it's gonna be one. You said with 3 swords on it.
Yeah, you mouse over
The less,
that one, and
yeah,
then you press 2. I think it's
Okay.
like 4 or 5 rows down the token markers.
right before all the colorful ones.
Okay, right before the. Oh yeah, there it
Problem.
is.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, is that it right there?
Hang on, I can't see it from far away.
Three
That is it,
swords.
but you just press 2 while you're mousing over it. That'll put a
Okay,
2
all
on
right.
it. That's just to mark
2.
two-handed weapon.
Okie dokie. Let's see. So mouse over it, and you press 2. There we go.
Exactly. All right.
Awesome. Learning.
So yeah, Elric has his blade out as he scans the area. The rest of you kind of come in behind him. What does the group want to do?
You got this.
All right. Can I go ahead and make my movement, or no? We don't have to. Can I just move forward?
Yeah, we're not in turns right now, so you
Okay.
can just move.
All right.
Just be
All right.
cautious, because where you move with your token is where you're moving. So you could trigger things.
Okay.
Oscar, I don't see your owl, by the way.
Ah, that's your owl.
So I'm not moving any further than this at the moment.
Okay, so you kind of move up to next to the bones that look like they've been lying here for quite a while.
They look like
dark vision.
Orcish and Dwarven bones again.
Yes. There's quite a few of them. Actually, a perception check might tell you. Perception or investigation might tell you something about these.
Investigation. Yeah, let me put in a perception.
Alright, so you got a 16 passive. So the bones, this pile of bones seems odd to you, because it's almost like several different groups of creatures. Like some of these bones are stuck together in odd ways.
Weird.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Oh, what?
Go ahead.
All right.
Sorry.
Alright, so you
Raven.
continue southward. So you see, it looks like another set of vault doors that look like they've been broken open by some large, forceful strike. Lay open here, revealing another
What do you think?
hallway.
What do you think, Barrett? Should we check it out?
Hey,
Baird's down for it.
hey, Gnarl, you heard that shambling sound in the distance. You see any tracks here?
Let me take a look. He looks at the ground. Yeah. Something has definitely been moving through here. So we got something alive down here, or something undead maybe. It's hard to say. That would be my guess.
Which direction?
He says, well, some of them look like they came from the south. And he stops for a second. He says, wait, you guys see that? And he sort of looks north a bit. Uh-oh. You would see as he notices it a moment early from the rest of you, but the bone pile is moving.
Oh.
Nice.
Suddenly, the bone pile springs up, and a large creature is standing there. It
The bones
looks,
we passed?
yes. It looks towards you as it begins to move.
Sweet.
Oh.
As it seems to be several groupings of creatures all kind of stuck together to make this strange looking monstrosity. I need initiatives.
Nice.
Okay. How do I roll initiative?
You highlight your token and you click the initiative button on your character sheet.
Okay. Highlight token. And then on character sheet. Initiative. There we go.
Oscar, you gotta name your owl someday.
Just generic owl.
You know,
Yeah,
just like gnarl. You just give it a number.
yeah. I like Owly.
Does someone want to play Gnarl for the battle, or do you want to keep him in the background?
Keep him in the background. We'll slot him in when he comes next week.
Okay. So, looks like, everyone roll. Yeah, looks like it. So, as this creature moves towards the group, the first to react is good old Warbanner.
Or Banner will swoop in. Swoop out. Distract him.
So he sort of is distracted by Warbanner's sudden movements, looking around at the creature and giving a attack on it advantage. Unfortunately, it goes next. You would see it draws 3 greatswords from its back as it
That's
begins
too many.
moving closer. It comes up to Oscar and it is going to swing at you with a flurry of attacks.
So,
All right, Oscar, you got this.
oh yeah, I do.
Multi-attack with greatswords.
Oh God, I don't know if you got this.
14
figure it
versus AC.
That one misses.
Alright, so you just managed to back up as a greatsword comes swiping at you. It swings its sword around, attacking a second time. Oh man, terrible rolls. 12 versus AC.
That one also misses.
Alright, so that would end the creature's turn. Next up is Lokun.
All right. Okun is going to cast. We'll do. Let's do a flaming sphere.
Alright, so you begin chanting, pulling magical fire, and rolling it towards the creature. Go ahead and put your spear somewhere.
Okay. It will go like so. Actually, no, it'll go on the other side. So I don't know if people need to get in there. Actually, no, I don't think we have melee fighters here. Oh no, Elric is. All right, it'll go behind him.
Alright, so
Smash into him from
the
behind.
sphere comes into existence behind the creature. It has to make a dex save. 8, so it would fail, being burned for 10 points of fire damage. Anything else?
All right. Back up a little bit. Back up, like so.
Okay,
And,
so
that's my turn.
you back up. Where were you standing?
Right by War Banner. So that was 20 feet.
Alright, how far away from him were you? 10 feet?
Oh shit! He has reach.
Yeah. So
No, I was right by Warbanner. So is that
okay,
10
so
feet or
that
15
was
feet?
15. So yeah, you're safe.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you quickly back up, getting away from this huge, scary thing. Elric, what are you going to do?
So I can't cast with my weapon in both hands, can I? Unless it's vocal.
So you can, because you can
Okay.
easily switch. You can't swing your weapon two-handed, but you can like hold your weapon one hand, or you can't
Okay,
swing your
yeah, that-
weapon one-handed, but you can like let go of it for a second as you.
Okay, that makes
gesture.
sense. I was hoping that that was the case.
Yeah.
Okay. I will use a Eldritch Blast.
Alright, so you send several Eldritch Blasts flying at this monstrosity. You do have advantage on the first attack, which I will spend now. From the distraction. So you chant, bringing, was it 2 Eldritch Blasts into existence as you fire them?
Okay. So I think I do. Let me see here. Let me get to this. I have. Let me see. I think this is it right here. Nope. Eldritch. Is that it? Ability score improvement, which you can. The following numbers don't change. I thought I had one that has knockback.
Oh, there is there is an
Agonized
invocation.
Blast.
So that one adds more damage. The knockback is something else. Yeah,
I thought I picked it up.
Repelling blast.
Repelling,
It'll
yeah.
knock him back 10 feet each time.
Oh, I must not have that. Okay.
Alright, but you have agonizing blast, so that's extra damage.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your attacks.
Okay. Do I just use the regular? Which
So you should have an Eldritch Blast macro. I don't know.
macro?
I don't know if you edited it to add in your charisma damage.
I do not think I did.
Alright,
Let's see.
so that's easy enough. Eldritch Blast. So no, you did not. So you would get plus charisma, right?
Yes, plus charisma.
Alright, so your Eldritch Blast should reflect that now if you click on the Eldritch Blast macro.
Okay. So I just click on it again.
Well, you click on the macro on your sheet, so it's on the first page.
So like that.
Yeah. So there is a blast with the first one. 10 would miss, flying past him. Go ahead and roll for your second blast.
Didn't he have advantage on his first one?
Oh, you
He
did.
did.
You did. All right, so never mind. 21 would strike. I got caught up in all that talking. Go ahead and roll the damage on your first blast. Just click
okay.
on the Eldritch Blast in the chat, and that'll for your first attack.
Eldritch Blast. About like that.
So yeah, that deals 14 with the
Jeez.
first blast. There's a bunch of bones fly off it. Now roll
Nice
for your
roll.
crit on the second
Nice.
Okay. How do I do that?
one. You click on the Eldritch Blast chat, where it says
Chat.
Eldritch Blast in chat, where you crit. You click on that word, Eldritch Blast.
Like
You just
that.
roll a,
Yeah. So you
Okay.
deal another 9 with the crit as you blast him a second time. He seems very unhappy with you. Anything else?
nice damage.
Do I still have movement?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to take. Let's see. Movement. Move 20 foot back right here. Yep.
Lyra yells, "Oh gods, can someone keep that thing at bay?" as she sees it getting closer. That's it for Elric. Owl, what's Owl doing?
Owl's gonna distract, fly in, and fly out back by.
Alright, so he is distracted.
And then fly back out over here.
Okay, anything else? I assume that's it.
I think that's all Ollie can do.
Oh, hello. Barrett is
You're coming in very light. I can barely hear you.
Brain daggers.
Brain daggers.
I'm
okay.
sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna move attention off Oscar.
Alright,
And,
so you step in, stabbing at this thing.
Nice.
Oh
With
yeah,
advantage.
20 would strike with the first attack, striking for 16 points.
Oh no, my bad. That was the second attack. Here's the damage. I did too.
Yeah, go ahead, roll damage, please. 20 points, alright.
Dang.
Alright, anything else?
No.
So you would notice, anyone with a 14 or over, that this creature looks like it might be slightly broken already, as it's not moving as well as it might if it was in prime condition. So you think it's wounded from being here for so long and being in battle. That's it for Barad. Oscar.
I'm gonna disengage.
Barad, since you ended your turn next to this thing, there are spines flying off of it as you strike it. You are hit for 8 piercing damage. Ow.
Nasty.
Oh snap.
Yeah, you notice as you're striking it that it's kind of just shooting bone spines off of it. So Oscar, what are you doing?
I'm disengaging. I'm gonna run over here. My action. And as a bonus action, I'll lay out my bear totem,
Okay.
giving everybody 10 temp HP.
So you all are surrounded by the spirit of the bear, offering protection and strength. Just give it a
Meowies.
30-foot aura. So go ahead and gain 10 temporary HP. Alright, anything else, Oscar?
That will be all.
Okay, War Banner.
War banner is swooping in and swooping out.
Alright, you swoop in, distracting it once again, and swoop back. The monstrosity goes. It brings its swords to bear and goes, oh look, it's Barad. And it is going to swing 2 great swords at him.
Oh no.
Man, terrible rolls. 13 versus AC.
Nope.
11 versus AC. I don't think I've rolled over a 5. So this thing obviously is badly damaged from long ago, as it can't seem to swing straight. Barad easily dodging both of its attacks. It's then going to go and move down to here as it puts several of you back into its aura. Lokun.
Alright, Lokun is going to fire off a mind sliver. Wow.
Alright, so you attack him psychically. Doesn't look like he's very smart. Intelligence save. He rolls a 5, completely failing. So he
And
takes
then
7 psychic.
he'll pull the flaming sphere over,
Alright,
cashing it back into him.
so he must make another save versus int. Or no, dex.
Save
6.
1d4. Okay.
So minus 1d4, yes, he definitely failed as the thing burns the back of his legs, doing another 7 points of damage.
That was the 7 was from the mind sliver. It's 12 from the flaming
12,
sphere.
so another 5. Alright, anything else?
Lokun will keep moving back. He'll be kind of behind this rock pile.
Okay. That is it for Lokun. Elric. Wait, where were you standing, Lokun? You were back here?
Right here. So
here?
it was
All
about 30 feet.
Elric, what are you going to
Exactly 30 feet.
So does it matter when I take my movement or no?
It does not. Warning, it
Okay.
is threatening you right now.
In the aura.
It has 10-foot reach.
Okay. Yeah. So I make my 30-foot movement next to Oscar.
All right, it's going to take an Oppie on you. As it swings its sword around. 12? Man.
Wow.
Doesn't
We
even
are
hit.
getting lucky.
We're getting very lucky, guys.
Yeah.
We gotta take advantage of this.
It does not seem to expend an opportunity or a reaction to do that, though. It just gets a free swing.
Okay.
Probably because of its,
All right,
all its arms. Anything else?
Yes, I guess I'll just keep playing the range game here, and go for another Eldritch Blast.
All right, so you chant, sending 2 more blasts at him.
More advantage. Oh, you got crit.
Yeah.
So, what do I hit? Do I hit the Eldritch Blast
Yeah,
thing
you just
again?
just click the so 14 as more bones fly off it.
And another one?
Indeed.
Second one, no, 11 would not be enough.
Okay.
And you might have to do the same thing that you did with guidance, but make a bless and then turn it on and off to get rid of that plus. Because I think it's automatically putting a bless on you.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that is it for you, I assume?
Yes.
All right, the owl goes. Woo.
Gonna swoop out of there.
All right, so it's going to harass him.
Yep, distract him.
All right, he is distracted. Anything else?
That will be all for the owl.
All right, Barrett.
Oh, hello. Baird's gonna attack him once.
You could tell me if you end your turn, just say, and then he ends his turn.
Cool.
All right, so you attack this creature who is just distracted by the owl, gaining advantage. 18 would strike as you stab him, doing 15.
And then, bonus action, I will disengage and move away from it.
Okay. That is it for you,
Yep,
I
had my
assume.
turn.
Oscar.
Frostbite.
All right, con save.
Which I assume he's great at.
He rolls an 18, which would make it, so he's unaffected.
Oh.
So this thing was already damaged, but it's not wounded right now?
So it is, it looks like it might usually move a lot quicker than it's moving. Many of its joints have been kind of severed, so it's moving a lot slower. It does look like it may have taken some actual hits from something before. But no, it doesn't look wounded yet. So it has a lot of health. That's it for Oscar.
I'm going to scoot back
Okay.
around this corner.
Behind the door there. Warbanner?
Warbanner's doing the same thing as usual.
Ooh.
Flying in.
Alright.
Flying back out. How high is the ceiling, by the way? He's flying.
It's probably about 15 feet. Alright, the monstrosity goes. So, although Barrett hit it really hard, but there's a fire thing. So I think he is going to come this way towards the mass of attackers. And he's going to take some attacks on Elric as he swings his great swords. 15?
Oh, that hits.
Still really low. You are cut for 19 slashing.
19 slashing. Okay.
So luckily your temp takes 10, but then you would take 9.
Yes, one sec. All right, get rid of this. All right. And then takes 9. So that puts me at, let's see, 43 minus.
If you just click on the green circle and type -9, it'll do the math for you.
Oh, yeah? Let's see. Green circle. All right, what green circle am I looking at?
So if you highlight your token, you should see 3 circles: red, green, and blue.
Oh, okay.
Red's temp HP, green is HP, and blue is AC. So if you click on the green and type in
Green?
-9,
Oh, I see. Okay, that's way
Did you lose
easier.
your temp HP already?
he did.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
that's what
already
the-
went ahead
Okay,
and
cool.
used
My
that.
bad.
All right, so you hit. All right, you go to the green circle, type in 9
Minus
-9.
nine.
minus. Okay, minus
Yeah,
9.
you
Okay.
highlight it and just put -9 in there, and it'll do the math.
Okay. -9. Uh. Oh, this way. Did it work? It's not working.
So you have to make sure you highlight the number. So like when you click the green circle, you see it says 43.
Yeah.
And then you just type in -9 and hit enter while 43 is highlighted.
-9. Enter. There we go. Okay.
All right.
It wasn't letting me use my keypad for some reason.
So it's gonna swing a second time. 15, I believe, would strike again, right?
Ooh, yeah.
All right. So you are cut a second time for another 14 slashing.
Oh my goodness. All right, minus.
He was messing you up.
Lyra yells,
Oh,
"Be
boy.
careful!" And you look wounded because you were below half. Lokun. So mark yourself with the half heart when you have a moment. What do you want to do, Lokun?
All right, Lokun. Concentrates
under-
again, or not concentrates.
Half heart.
Oh, go
There
ahead.
we go. Sorry, no, I'm trying
He's
to
just
figure it
getting
out.
used to the token things, yeah. Go ahead,
You good?
Lokun.
Mind sliver. Wow, 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 wow.
All right, so you target him again as you try to affect his psyche. He rolls a 4. Doesn't seem to be very smart as he takes another 7 psychic damage.
All right, and the flaming sphere comes down over here, and smashes into him.
All right, deck save.
It's
15.
1d4. I'll do a 1d4 for that.
Oh yeah, because you get the minus 1d4. 14. I think he just made it.
Fuck him.
Oh wait. I forgot. I forgot when he attacks, so I could do a hellish rebuke. My bad.
All right. Well,
Oh, he takes.
that was a good one too.
I know, I
8
forgot.
points of damage. All right, so he is slightly burned and still looking pretty
My
healthy.
turn.
Elric,
Yes.
this thing's coming at you. Although it's sort of distracted by Lokun right now, who keeps attacking its brain.
Yeah. So Elric got hit hard, and he is wounded. So he's gonna go for that expeditious retreat.
All right, go ahead and link the spell. Do you have the spell slot?
Oh wait,
to
did
do
I do
that?
the right one?
Oh, because this is like, is this a spell slot or is this like once per day type thing? How
It
does this work?
says casting time. It says cast a bonus action. Incredible pace. You cast the spell. I'm assuming it takes a spell slot.
Because warlocks. All right. Oh, so you'd have to. So go ahead and minus the because you only have 2 spell slots, so you would minus whatever your highest level spell slot is to cast this,
Okay.
which
the
is
highest is 3,
Yeah.
I guess.
so you'd use a 3rd level spell casting Expeditious Retreat.
Okay, so then I minused off one of those.
Okay. So yeah, you can bonus
Move
action take the
60. Is it how many feet can you move with that?
dash. You can move. Well, dash is an extra 30 feet as a bonus
Okay,
action.
so that's 60 feet.
You do still have to disengage though.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that chance.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 60
So-
feet right here.
Yeah. So let's see. You couldn't take the corner hard, so you'd have to go.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I'm sorry.
10,
Oh, so
20,
right there.
30. So you'd probably be like,
Oh,
probably here, because, yeah,
okay.
there's also
Yeah,
all
I
that
can-
difficult terrain.
right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
so you kind of run around stuff as he's getting ready to swing again. Luckily, you were being careful, and he does not get knoppy. That it for you?
That's a bonus. It use a bonus action, right? Or no?
Yes, but you had to use your action to disengage.
Okay.
Or else you
Yeah.
would
So
have
I
taken
guess
the
that's.
oppie.
Yeah. I guess that's it for me.
All right, so the owl goes. Whoo! He's now kind of looking towards Oscar, who's behind the door there.
Owl's gonna fly in,
All right,
distract, and fly out.
distracting. Barrett.
Oh,
Got this, Baron.
Barrett is going to. Oh, Q. That's right. Barrett's gonna move up to him. There we go.
Okay. You
About
rush
20 feet.
in.
He's gonna attack him.
All right, attack with advantage as he is distracted by the owl. 16 would strike.
That was way up. And then.
All right, so he is struck for 18 psychic. Wow, good sneak attack.
4.
Plus 6 is 24, and that would wound him.
Alright, and then as a bonus action, I will disengage and then move. I think I moved 20, so 10 feet away.
Okay, so you move outside the aura. Bottom of the round, Oscar.
Shoot. I'm gonna scoot back a little bit. And he just was wounded. Then I guess I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals.
Oh, here come the animals. So that's me. So let me look at the which animals are you conjuring?
I'm gonna do the 8 1/4 beast.
Okay.
Or actually the 4 of the 1/2.
4 1/2 beasts. All right. So let's see. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 beasts. Perfect. Give me a D10 roll. I'll even let you roll for it. Number 3. All right. So that is that thing. All right. So you chant summoning creatures of nature to your aid. Where do you want them?
Depending on how big they are, in this doorway here, and maybe one over here, or one here. And
So you get 4,
two
right?
over. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm bad at counting. I guess 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just all surrounding him.
Nice. Well done.
So
I was trying to save it. I thought we would be able to take this guy out a little easier, but
It was smart. I like how you were holding it and then you made a decision there. Nice.
and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna command them to bite his face off,
Okay, so
rip his bones apart.
They
It's not a bonus
roll-
action.
Get yourself a new chew toy.
It's a free action. Or no action.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh,
So they do roll initiative. Let's see.
As a group. I'm hearing a little bit of background noise, just FYI.
Oh yeah, from Elric a little. Yes, no
I'll
action
just give
required.
myself muted.
That's fine. So yeah, they roll initiative, and that is it for you, right?
yes, that is my turn.
Okay.
Oh, they rolled good.
So this would be a new round, but we are over time. So why don't we do some MVP votes and we can continue next time.
And how do I make that vote again?
Oh,
what do I?
Yeah, it's /W space GM space name of who you're voting for, like so.
Okay.
All right, so with 2 votes, Barrett, your MVP. Congrats.
Nice.
Get that
Fun times are nice.
inspiration point. All right, well, I will take some notes, but other than that, I think we're done. So everyone have a good night, and I will see you all next week.
Hope you
Awesome.
feel better, Baird.
Thank you.
Yeah, hope you feel
I
better.
feel better soon.
And yeah, hopefully everyone had a good time.
All right,
Y'all
good
take
games,
care.
all.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Later.
Oh, at some point, I'd like to get with you about that background information because I know you did some changes to it, and whatnot. So.
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned. I thought we mentioned a hometown for you. Maybe we didn't.
We did. I'm gonna go back. Did you already post the last stream of when we played?
Yes. Yeah. No,
Okay,
those should all be
I'll go back
posted
through it.
on the Twitch or on my YouTube channel.
Okay, I'll go back through it on YouTube probably Monday and get everything that we discussed and just kind of go back. Do you have lore for me made? Like you have it? Because I know you said you rewrite your notes.
We I mean, I think there's some info that we got
Okay.
from
Yes.
our private chats, so you could look in
Yes.
there because we discussed a bunch of stuff. So.
Okay. Yeah, no, I know. I just didn't know if you had changed anything.
No.
Yeah.
I was just kind of building off of what we had talked about, but so
All right.
there's
Yeah,
nothing different
that'll
yet.
work.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I
All right.
will see you next time.
All right.